Some dramatic music happening right now. Hello again! Alright. This is the testing chamber. It's kind of silly. It's not really a game. It is a series of questions to get to know people or whatever. I've played a bunch of these. They're kind of fun. They ask interesting questions. And they're hopefully not too long. Kitty says, don't waste time, lady. But yes, I am moving. So this is going to be my last stream for a while. So I thought this would be fun to do. Until I can come back and stream again. But anyway, let's get started. Oh shit, there's a cat. Pre-game disclaimer, this experience is all about exploration and self-discovery. The testing chamber has many hidden mysteries to uncover if you so choose to take advantage of all that it has to offer. Each time you enter a new chamber, your progress will be saved, and you will be unable to return from whence you came. It's important to explore each area, cat, get down, as much as you can, while you can, in order to get the most out of your experience. Knock all my water down. Oh my god. Okay. Some events throughout this experience can only be unlocked through exploration and finding hidden puzzle pieces to puzzles. Ooh, this is new. Usually it's just questions. If you move on from an area too quickly before finding these pieces, you may miss out on future opportunities to unlock secrets you come across later. We urge you to choose your actions wisely. It is recommended that you play this game in the dark while wearing headphones for full atmospheric effect and ambiance. You may play using a controller, keyboard, or mouse, and you may adjust your key bindings as you see fit in the options menu. I'm a sucker for a game thing. We hope you enjoy your journey as it unfolds, and we wish you safe travels through the testing chamber. Wow. Memorial of the Fallen. That means dead people. A cold wind blows, making the pouring rain that much colder. The constant sting of heavy downpour is almost unbearable on your bones, as your tattered attire offers you little protection from the harsh elements. Firelight flickers wildly in the distance, beckoning you onwards. A wooden signpost, Eastern Path, the Lady of the Scales, Western Path, the testing chamber. Butterfly wings wanted. These winged beasts are an unwelcome plague in these lands. All butterflies are to be captured and plucked apart on sight. That sounds bad. What's this way? Water? A bush? What the hell am I? Ew, I'm a skeleton. Why am I a skeleton? Rest in peace, Mark Edwards. Forever loved, never forgotten. Rest in peace, Sean Williams. A golden grave marker tethered with rope sits before you. What will you do? Read the grave marker? Here rests Sloth. Time waits for no one. Time will pass with or without you. This feels very loud. In a year from now, you can be a year ahead, or you can look back at your life a year prior and find yourself standing in the exact same position that you are right now. You don't have to want to move forward, but you do have to move. Sloth, my friend, is the enemy of greatness. Ooh. Oh my god, I lit it on fire. What the frick? Rest in peace, Felix Arvids. Always in our minds, forever in our hearts. Beautiful assortment of flowers are arranged to commemorate those who are no longer with us. Okay. The flames dance within the brazier. Light flickers and dims just to wildly reignite with every breeze or gust of wind passing. Okay. Here's a dead person, I think. A large stone mausoleum stands before you. A solid stone door guards the entrance. To get the sense of that, you get the sense that if you decide to venture forward, there might be no coming back. What would you like to do? Open the door. You give the heavy stone door a solid push as it begins to open. Oh, snap. The darkness emanating from the mausoleum is impenetrable. Something beckons you from within. Enter the testing chamber. The pungent smell of dirt and trapped rainwater floods the cavern air. You descend a rope into the unknown. Your game has been successfully saved. I didn't need such a big, A rusted mining pick leans gently against the cavern wall. A handle is splintered and weak. Its tool surely has seen better days, but its purpose has been served well. Okay. Nothing is left here but a pile of processed stone and dirt. The vein has been stripped of all potential value. This is so weird. Hello? A small butterfly flutters near you. It appears to have a broken wing. Oh. Oh, wait, I didn't read all of that. Oh. You've acquired butterfly wings. Others won't remember the most beautiful face nor the most beautiful body. At the end of the day, they will remember the most beautiful heart and soul that just murdered a butterfly. The severed wings seem to be spasming even after they've been removed from the creature. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do, but that's okay. Oh, sometimes we do bad things on accident. The twinkling light radiates from a crystallized object partially buried in the dirt floor. What would you like to do? Take it? You reach out and grab the twinkling object. It appears to be an encrusted flower petal, crystallized and preserved over time. You've acquired a crystalline petal. Whoa, snap. You see a shadowy visage of royalty appear before you. Out of the corner of your eye, you hear a faint whisper on the wind. She loves me. She loves me not. The visage disappears just as quickly as it came. A wide array of potions and elixirs fill the shelves, though they appear to be far beyond their expiration dates. All these handmade elixirs, they put a little expiration date on the bottom. Please use by. A plethora of old books line the dusty wooden shelves. Most of the pages are disconnected from the spines, and the ink in the parchment has become illegible and lost to time. You've come a long way to find this place, Wanderer. Let's hope your search is not in vain. Ooh, his name is Malicious. He's mean. Behind me lies the testing chamber. If you wish to enter, I must warn you first. Upon entry, you will not be able to return. You will go deeper and deeper and deeper into the chamber. You will wander, you will search, you will be watched, and you will be judged. And as you delve deeper, you will be unable to return from whence you came. But most importantly, you will have the opportunity to find the answers you seek. However, all knowledge comes with a price, and you must reveal the darkest secrets you hold dear to an unseen force in which you know nothing about. Only then will you gaze upon the very reflection of your soul. Remember to take your time and explore every inch. This just got real suggestive. Maybe it's me. Every corner, every crevasse that exists within. Whatever you decide to put into the testing chamber, you will be exactly what you get out. Now go, Wanderer. Enter the testing chamber and claim what belongs to you. Ooh. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Shazam! Sweet. The Watcher. You are about to enter in the testing chamber. You'll be asked to make decisions and choices that cannot be undone. And in time, you will be asked a series of questions in which you must provide your darkest truths. Your darkest truths. Your honesty is of grave importance. For if you try to cheat your way through the testing chamber, the only person you'll be cheating is yourself. You will be asked to carry out a series of tasks. Some of these tasks will be rather simple. And some of these tasks will have you questioning yourself, questioning your morals, and above all else, questioning your resolve. The most important thing to remember is to take your time. Do not rush. Keep your eyes peeled and senses alert for secrets hiding in plain sight. The testing chamber is home to many hidden events, unique experiences, and unknown entities. And before I let you go, just know this. Every move you make, every breath you take, I'll be watching you. Do-do-do-do. Sorry. It's a very serious test of my soul. May your journey be filled with the answers you seek. Thanks. Whoa. What did that say? Firelight flickers in the distance. You're unsure of where you are, but you get the sense that perhaps you shouldn't be here. Oh, I've been successfully saved, eh? This... A rotten carcass of a swine sits atop the table. It appears to only be half cooked, as baked meat mixes with rotten, decayed flesh. I don't want any of that. Thank you. An old dusty clock sits on the wall. The hands of the clock have stopped and frozen at 111. It's a magic number. Keep it in your head. What the fuck was that? Oh, another butterfly. An old journal made from thick animal skin parchment sits atop the wooden table. It has a list of questions with blank spaces for answers to be written. What would you like to do? Let's take a quiz in the dungeon. Yay! It's like a BuzzFeed quiz that somebody printed out and left here. You begin to read questions from the journal. You ink your answers upon the page using a vial of crimson liquid that sits next to the book. Your animal skin journal. Do you have any obsessions you would consider to be unhealthy? No. If you were on a jury, would you be willing to convict someone of a crime that you feel shouldn't even be illegal? Oh, that sucks. No. Because I think you can conscientiously object. There's a loophole for jurors who are like, this shouldn't even be a fucking crime, and I'm not going to vote. Let's see. Bush. My phone just buzzed. If one of your vital organs was damaged beyond repair and one of your closest family members offered to give you a transplant, however, it would mean sacrificing their life in the process to do so, would you accept their offer? No, that's weird. If you were off, I mean, death happens. Don't be so afraid to die. Or to sacrifice others for your own frickin' life. Your life isn't that important. If you were offered one item of your choosing, whatever it is, you'd wish it to be, but in order to obtain it, you had to put on 100 pounds of body weight and then lose 100 pounds within the next year. Would you do it? Let's see. If you were offered one item of your choosing, whatever it is, you'd wish it to be, but in order to obtain it, you had to gain 100 pounds and then lose 100 pounds within a year. No. I don't know if gaining and losing weight is very unhealthy. And I really can't stand to lose or gain 100 pounds. I really don't have room for 100 pounds. Let's be honest. Nothing that I want is worth that. Nothing that I want. I really don't want that many things. Things are kind of immaterial. Even big things that I would like. I mean, I don't think it's worth that. Losing my health. That's weird. So no, I would not do that. If you knew that the love of your life would get dementia and lose all memory of who you were in 5 years from now, would you continue to pursue a relationship with them at least up until they've forgotten who you were? Yes, that would be real tragic though. That'd be sad. But you don't just dump somebody. I mean, that's weird. We have a nice relationship, but I found out you're kind of a burden on me. You're gonna hurt my feelings with your health, so I'm gonna leave. Like, replace dementia with any disability and say that and feel like you're not a total asshole. I mean, come on. Would you continue to pursue it? Yes. I mean, if I actually love them. Would you trade everything you have in life as it currently stands for a brand new life of your choosing? Ooh. I'd be tempted. I would be tempted. But then it'd have to be really fantastical. Like, I want to be a dragon rider. Fights crime or something crazy like that. I want to just be like a totally normal life that's just slightly different from the one you have. Because, like, maybe you're rich or whatever. It's like, nah, that'd be boring. Maybe I want to be a dragon. I mean, I'd do that. So, yes, I would do it. Although I kind of like my life. It's not going bad. Would you consider yourself to be warm-hearted? Warm-hearted. That's something that people call you, not something you kind of judge for yourself. It seems like a weird thing. Maybe I need more coffee. Am I warm-hearted? What does that mean? What does that mean? People are like, oh, you're so kind and loving and friendly. Probably not. Do you believe you have a dark mind? Yes. No elaboration. Yes. Would you say that you have a dark sense of humor? Yes. Yes. If I don't show it on here very often, but I have a pretty dark sense of humor. Not too dark, I guess, but darker than most people. I keep it hidden because most people are like, oh. If an alien race took over planet Earth, would you join them and betray the human race if it meant your survival? Honestly, if an alien race took over planet Earth, would you join them and betray the human race if it meant your survival? I mean, Depends. I got no great, what do you call it? Loyalty to the human race. That's kind of a vague whatever. I have loyalty to my family and my friends. And that's about it. I wouldn't see it as a portrayal of the human race. I mean, what does the human race then deserve any kind of, like, self-sacrifice on my part? So I might do it. Depends on what they're doing, right? If they're like genociding people, I probably wouldn't. But if it's just like, we're your overlords now, would you like a position in government? Like, sure, I guess I need a job with the aliens now. Whatever. Would you consider yourself to be a loyal person? Yes. Do you believe that freedom is the most important aspect of life? Freedom. It's a hard one, because freedom isn't always a good thing. I'm not sure I do. It's important, but it's not the most important. And I say this as an elderly person. Sometimes other things are more important, like family and love and relationships and community, which by necessity take away your freedoms because you're suddenly beholden to other people. So I'm gonna say no. Although there's something in me that's like, ugh. If you knew that a meteor was headed for the Earth and it would mean the extinction of the human race, would you board a space shuttle and head to a colony on Mars? I mean, if it was offered, why not? That'd be an exciting way to go. Freeze to death on Mars, blow up on Earth. What's the difference? Do you ever wonder if there's someone out there who's almost exactly like you in nearly every conceivable way? No, I never think about it. Is there? Probably not. Kind of weird, but it's not impossible. Everything's probable. Do you ever get the sense that you're being watched even when you're certain that you're alone? Sometimes, yes. I'm a little paranoid, but what business is that of yours? You finish inking your final answer into the journal. The crimson ink begins to swirl and form symbols on the page where you've provided your answers. Shazam! Final journal of the page appears to be considerably torn. It also seems to be made of a different parchment material than the rest of the journal. Perhaps this will be of use. You've acquired a torn journal page filled with satanic symbols. Your decisions have been noted. Your mark has been left. How do you feel, wanderer? What's it like to traverse these halls? Perhaps I should ask you that question again once you've seen what's in store for you. Hint, it's more questions. It's just more questions. A small butterfly flutters near you. It's missing one of its legs. What would you like to do? No, I don't want butterfly wings. That sounds mean. I don't want the ones I had. A twinkling light radiates from a crystallized object wedged into a small crack in the bottom of the stone wall. Take the object. You reach out and grab the twinkling object. It appears to be an encrusted petal. Blah, 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 blah. You have to tell me all these things? A shadowy visage of royalty appears once again. You hear that same faint whisper, just the same as before. She loves me not. Once again, the visage. The visage disappears in the shadows from whence it came. What is this? A light crack appears, lines the stone wall. Minor degradation has taken hold of the foundation and pillars holding this room up. That sounds like a bad thing. Why Thick blood on the wall. A dusty leather pouch resides here. Thought it was a candlestick. What would you like to do? Reach into the bag. Let's loot this place. I'm Indiana Jones. I'm stealing all the ancient artifacts, taking them back to England. Or America. Inside the bag rests a wisdom token. It floats in your pocket as if it belongs to you. Acquired 1 wisdom token. Your decision has been noted. Your mark has been left. A stone statue of a veiled woman stands tall before you. Her expression is cold and stoic. What would you like to do? Lay a token at the feet of the statue. Hey. You lay the token at the statue's feet. You hear a voice echo in your mind. Attraction plants the seed. Reflection grows our desire. Mirror the things we need. Flourish into what we admire. Is that fake it like you make it in a fancy poem? Fake it till you make it. You've paid tribute and received a blessing of wisdom. Okay. Your decision has been noted. Your mark has been left. Oh, you hear glass shattering in the distance. Son of a bitch. Hello? Uh-oh. You gaze deeply into the mirror. Something begins to pull you in. The halls of purgatory. Ooh. Well, that freaked me out. You somehow managed to find your way behind the mirror. How you got here is beyond your understanding. But the more important question you must ask yourself is, just how are you going to find your way out? Your game has been... I wish the autosave was just like in the corner. It doesn't need to be a big announcement. Like, I'm autosaved! Okay. Thanks. You're supposed to, I guess. I didn't need to know, but thank you. As odd as it may seem, the welcome sight of the blood-soaked bed that rests on the dirty floor in the corner is almost comforting. No, it's not. It's creepy. It's probably best not to rest in a place like this. Ugh. What am I looking at? Pillars? Follow the blood trail? I think the bed came from over here. Huh? This butterfly freaked me out. The stillness. The silence. The abysmal darkness in the depths below. You wonder how deep it goes. You wonder what it sounds like breathing down below, as if there's something lurking in the darkness. You can't help but wonder just what might be gazing back at you from below. Let's walk away. Your decision has been noted. I'm gonna go this way. Or... what the fuck is that? Before you sits an old rotten wooden chest. It appears to be locked tight. What would you like to do? Open the chest. You don't have the means to open this chest. Perhaps you should try praying for some guidance. Decision has been noted. Is it really a decision if I can't do anything? Twinkling light radiates. Yeah. She loves me. Creature. Bloodstained altar stands before you. Upon the altar rests a tattered diary. What would you like to do? Read from the diary. Your mark has been left. I'm literally going to touch everything because I'm ADD that way. And it's going to be like, your decision has been noted. You've touched everything. I'm like a cat. I'm just pissed on everything. Or a dog. First entry. Oh, good lord. We all grow frantic. We begin to panic. Looming doom. Impending doom looming over us now. Antagonistic antics. We grow manic. We spiral as we plummet toward the ground. We pray for the winged ones to come and save us from our fall. We pray to the watchful ones to guide us before we lose it all. We pray for sickness, health, greed, and wealth, mercy, or reprieve. All our prayers we shout in vain to a God in whom we don't believe. But we must ask this of you before you decide to go. There's just one thing we wonder, desperately wishing to know. Just what would you do if you only knew that the God you don't believe in doesn't even believe in you? Signed, the Madman. It's a catchy song he wrote. I'd listen to it. Like a punk rock song. Ow. Small rusty key rests on the page of the diary. I got a key. Nice. Does it open this chest? You notice a small cat-like creature wandering around aimlessly. What would you like to do? Pet the kitty! Libby Lib. You reach out and inspect the tags that are securely fastened to the collar of the animal. It reads, Libby Lib. What does that mean? Give a little pat. Give a little pat. Before you sits an old rotten wooden chest. It appears to be locked tight. Let's see, can we open it with this key? The lock clicks with the single turn and the key turns to dust in your hand. Inside the chest rests a darkened vial of bubbling black liquid. It disappears from the chest within the blink of an eye and somehow manages to find itself securely in the palm of your hand. You've obtained corrosive. Your decision has been noted. Your mark is... You did a very impressive thing. Did I? Alright. What are the options if I look into the abyss? Why am I a skeleton? I don't like that. Okay. What would you like to do? Leap into the maw, feed the maw. You know, hold what the abyss desires. Your attempt has been noticed. I'm not jumping in there. I'm not gonna give him no kitty cat either. Or a butterfly. Go away, butterfly. I'm busy. Butterfly, I'm busy. Move. Gotta open this door. Before you stands an old iron gate. You try to open it, but the gate won't budge. You throw the bottle of corrosive at the iron gate. It disintegrates before your eyes. This one is much more game-like than the other ones were. The other ones just wandering around answering a million questions. Your decision's been noticed. Your mark has been left. Another corpsey thing? Blood-soaked doll. Ew. Sits in the darkened corner of the room. Her eyes are fixated on you and seem to follow you wherever you move. It almost looks as though its head moves slightly, but it could just be your mind playing tricks on you. Upon closer inspection, you notice that the doll is wearing a ring around one of her bloody fingers. Take the ring. Relic obtained. Dolly ring. That's not gonna bite me on the butt. Torchlight guides the way, provides visibility to the bloodstain etching on the old stone wall. Yes. Like arrows pointing me. Wait, what does that say? It says something. Okay. Got a clock. A dusty old clock. Dried blood seems to have found a home upon its case. The hands of the clock has stopped and frozen on 222. Of course they have. So we can't... I was gonna say 999 would be, but that's not a real thing. 666? No. 555? Maybe. 555 will be the last, so maybe there's 5 rooms. I don't know. An old journal made from thick animal skin parchment sits atop one table. It lists of questions with blank spaces. Yes, let's take this BuzzFeed quiz in this creepy dungeon. We're doing it. You begin to read questions from the journal. You ink your answers in a vial of crimson sitting next to the book. Just crimson. Crimson is not a noun. Do you have a favorite number? I do. Do you have a favorite color? I have a hard time picking one. Do you have any superstitions you genuinely believe? Superstitions? Not really. Life is short. Do you agree with this statement? Yes. It's too short. Need 2-3 times more time. Would be nice. Have you ever cut anyone out of your life completely? Yes. I'm a bitch that way. Have you ever felt like you deserved a second chance? No. I mean, I've gotten second chances, but it wasn't something I deserved. It was just an opportunity that I took. Sounds very opportunistic. But seriously, like, nobody deserves a second chance. Sometimes we are just blessed to get one. Do you believe that you can accomplish anything you put your mind to? I do. That's why I'm here. You have to be... Hello, bacon boy! But yeah, you have to be pretty, self-centered, narcissistic to put yourself on, like, social media. So, yes, I believe I can accomplish anything. Would you say that you put a high personal value on family? I do. My family's pretty cool. Which is... I totally understand why people don't, but I've been blessed with a good family, so I put them above others. Let's see. Have you ever felt unloved? Yes. Have you ever felt unwanted? Sometimes. Have you ever wondered if anyone is thinking about you? No. I pretty much assume they don't think about me. Do you think about others often? Think about others. Like, in general, like, I gotta think about all of humanity? Honestly, no. I mean, what is it? I was watching something on ADHD where, like, if things are out of sight, it's hard for you to remember they're there and think about them. And I live alone and I don't see other people very often. So I don't think about others that often. Not really. Oh gosh, I'm terrible. Would you say that you're a considerate person? What does considerate mean? Like, I think about others. I would. I try to do things that don't like... I don't like it when other people bother me. And so I try not to bother other people because that's just fair. But... So I follow traffic rules. And I'm not too loud in public and that kind of stuff. That's pretty considerate. I turn my TV down after 10 p.m. so that it doesn't bother my neighbors. Because I don't want them to freaking make noise after 10 either, so... Yes, I'm pretty considerate. Would you ever feel like others don't always consider your feelings? I don't expect them to. I just expect them to follow the rules and behave appropriately, and not be douchebags. And I don't feel like people do that. But that's not, like, about my personal feelings, that's just general societal, like... mechanisms. Like, if I don't like something and somebody does, I don't like, think of my feelings. You can't like that thing that I don't like, so yeah, no, I don't feel like that. Do you ever feel undervalued? All the time. All the time. You finish inking your final answer into the journal. The crimson ink begins to swirl and form symbols on the pages where you provided your answers. Shazam! The final page of the journal appears to be considerably torn. It also seems to be made of different material. Take the page with us, the torn journal page. We're making a new journal from these BuzzFeed quizzes that have been left in this dungeon. Sweet. An old noose sits on the table. Thick layers of dried blood coat the old dusty rope. Why is it a noose? Can't it just be a rope? Flakes of crimson begin to crumble off the noose and into your hands, absorbing sweat and melding to your fingers like thick, sticky paint. What would you like to do? Hang myself upon the highest pillar. What an option. We'll just end the game here. No, I'm gonna take the noose with me, though. I might need a climbing rope. You take the old, dusty noose with you. Flakes of crimson coat your fingers, stain them red. You have obtained an old noose. Your decision has been noted. Your mark has been left. I'm leaving marks everywhere. Okay, there's nothing down in that vicinity. Okay, can I get here? No, I can't. No, I can't. Never mind. Hello, butterfly. Hello, kitty cat. Pet the kitty. I just like to pet kitties. Huh, there's my cat right there. Whoop. She's unhappy. We're getting ready to move. Ah! Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, we gotta feed the abyss. What are we gonna put? Just been installing a lot of Doom mods. Ooh, how exciting. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. A boom, boom. I gotta play some games while I'm gone. I am moving, so this is my last stream for probably at least a month. If everything goes well. I gotta pack the next 2 weekends and then move all my crap, and then hopefully my place comes through. It's gonna be exciting and really stressful. I hate moving. I've been here 4 years and I've accumulated a lot of junk, so it's gonna suck. Um, let's see. You hear breathing down below as if there's something lurking in the darkness. You can't help but wonder just what might be gazing back at you from below. Let's feed the maw. You toss the noose into the maw. It quakes feverishly with hunger. Whoa! What the frick? The abysmal appetite of the gaping maw is unsated. The abyss wants more. It always wants more. An endless, unfillable void that consumes you in every way imaginable. Ah! I just got eaten by a maw. Living is the hardest thing we'll ever choose to do, Wanderer. Your decision has been noted. Your mark has been left. The warning hall. You find yourself in an unknown chamber. A sense of calm washes over you, though you're unsure of whether or not to trust in that brief and fleeting comfort. I can speak. Your game has been successfully saved. Oh my gosh. An envelope, a sealed envelope, sits atop a wooden table. What would you like to do? I'm going to illegally look through somebody else's mail, of course. You open the envelope and reveal what's inside. It's a handwritten letter addressed seemingly to no one. It reads, "To whom this may concern. I came here looking for answers. What I found, however, was far more than I had bargained for. I urge you to turn back now and leave this place, for it has already claimed too many desperate souls, seeking answers to questions that ought not be asked. If I could do one good deed with the last moments of my life, then let it be to leave this warning for the next poor, unfortunate soul who may find themselves wandering these halls. Turn back now. Sometimes questions are better left unanswered. Signed, a friend." Still remember the nuts.wad mod for Doom. That sounds thrilling. Gosh. When was the last time I played Doom? I feel like I had a demo of Doom on my PC in college, and I used to play it all the time. And it had a weird glitch where if you put a music CD in, it would play the music CD as the background music for the game. And it was epically surreal because I was listening to like these glam rock band. I had like a mixtape of glam rock stuff. It was like already kind of surreal. And then on top of that would be like the sound effects from the game, like the shooting and the rah from the monsters and stuff. Pretty sure that was Doom. It was either Doom or Quake. But yes, I haven't played Doom college. It was a long time ago. Oh crap, I missed what I said. Oh well. Read the letter again. It reads a lot of stuff. Doom 2016. You heavily recommended. See, mod would literally melt your computer if you ran it on a toaster. Oh man. I'm not too much into modding games. I'll have to see. I've watched people do some funny ones. What was it? Resident Evil 6, the one with the hillbillies. But it was like all the bad guys were like cartoon characters or something. It was hilarious. But I didn't watch very much of it. Let's see. You put the note back in the envelope and leave it on the table. Okay, I didn't literally miss anything. Okay. Journal. Oh, okay. It has a list of questions. Another BuzzFeed quiz in the dungeon. Hi, Fire Phoenix. You begin to read questions from the journal. Be right back. See you later. You ink your answers upon the pages using a vial of crimson liquid that sits next to the book. Would you consider yourself to be an addictive personality? Yes. Yes. Would you consider yourself to be impulsive at times? Hell yes. Would you consider yourself to be abnormal? No, I'm pretty depressingly, boringly normal. It's really a flaw of mine. My one red flag, I'm super normal. Well, whatever that means. So many people think they're weird now that it's become, like, normal to be weird. And so I'm like, I'm not weird at all. I'm perfectly normal. It's my reaction to trendy shit. I have a deep-seated psychological need to be not like other girls. And so when everybody's like, I'm so weird, look, I painted my toenails pink. I'm like, you're boring. Weird is boring, apparently. I'm normal. Normal is the unusual variety these days. Anyway, would you consider something abnormal? No. To your knowledge, have you ever been tricked and deceived by someone you care for? Yes. Yes. Would you say that you sometimes have a difficult time letting things go? No, actually. I'm very fiery when I'm pissed, and then I just let it go. I don't always forget, but I don't dwell on shit either. I'm too forgiving. Not even that I forgive people half the time, I just forget shit that happens. Because I don't dwell on shit. So, you know, whatever. Let it go. Let it go. Do forgive easily. Probably. Would you consider yourself to be a liar? This is my last live stream for a while. Yeah, so I'm moving. And so I'm gonna be gone for at least a month. So I'm gonna try to record some games off stream and post them on my channel, so there's stuff coming on, and doing little shorts and whatever. But yeah, I won't be live streaming for at least 1 month, depending if I get the place I'm going for. If I don't, then I'll be homeless. But I'll be staying at my parents' house for like at least a week, and their internet isn't fabulous, and I'm in the country and I just have too much to do, so I've decided to take just a little break. It's not too bad of a break. Why is it one shot? Because I'm terrible. Because I'm horrible, but I can't. I'll fix it later. I'll fix it after the stream. So I consider yourself to be a liar. Am I a liar? Am I a liar? I think everybody's a liar. I'm not any more or less liar than anybody else. And I consider everybody to be a liar. So yes. Might as well. When you lie, when someone lies to you, does it feel like it's an insult to your intelligence? Frequently. Like, you think I'm stupid and believe you? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be a realist? Yeah, generally. Do you have nightmares often? Lies equal intelligence bad? What? Probably not. Do you have nightmares often? I do not have nightmares often. No. Would you say that you enjoy sleep? That's hard because lately I don't sleep well. My hip hurts and my back hurts when I lay down. I don't get enough sleep and wake up groggy. It's terrible. What happened to the Doom guy? I don't know. He's probably just chilling. Like a villain. But do I enjoy sleeping when I do sleep? I think I do. It's okay. Some people are shy. He's probably just shy. Do you ever wish that you didn't have to sleep? Yes. There have been times in my life where I'm like, sleep is stupid. Why do I collapse randomly? I have things to do. But not frequently. But yes, I've wished that I didn't have to go to sleep. Would you consider yourself to be an anxious person? Yes. Can be pretty anxious, yes. Would you consider yourself to have a depressive personality? I would say no, but if I don't feel tired, yes. Yes. That is exactly right. Well, even if you do feel tired and you're like, but I gotta finish this book. Sleep is stupid. I need to stay up until 3 a.m. reading. It's more important. Sleep is dumb. What do you consider depressive personality? Let's see. I would go with no. I've been depressed, but not clinically depressed. Just like I've had down times, but it's not my natural state of being. It's usually because I didn't eat food all day, or I didn't get enough sleep, or like shit happens. Like it's not like just random depression for no reason. So I would say I'm not naturally a depressive personality. Would you consider yourself to be traumatized from past events that have occurred in your life? Aren't we all? Aren't we all a little traumatized by something? I'm gonna go with no, though. She missed. I forget shit real easy. Like, really easy. So, I get over stuff really easy. So I'm probably not too traumatized. My mouse cursor just keeps popping up. So I don't know what's going on there. You finish inking your final answer into the journal. The crimson ink begins to swirl and form symbols on the pages where you've provided your answers. Shazam! Do-do-do-do-do-do! It's gonna go from questions to what is your social security number? It doesn't. I've played other games by this company. It's not like, what's your cat's name? Where did you grow up? Your decision has been noted. Your mark has been left. Old dusty clock sits on the wall. There's a hole in the bottom of the case where a critter might have made its home at one point. The hands of the clock is stopped and frozen on 333. Because we're in the third room. Number 3. Okay, we read this letter. This isn't ominous. It's fine to read other people's mail. I see nothing wrong with that. The crystal ball sits atop the blood-stained table. It gives off an eerie, dark energy. What would you like to do? Could we rub the crystal, peer into the crystal? Let's peer into the crystal. You gaze deeply into the crystal ball and say, tell me my future. Begins to radiate a dull light. Something deep within the crystal ball begins to rise to the surface. A wisdom token begins to push its way through the crystal, and the glass reseals behind it. That's weird. You've acquired a wisdom token in a creepy way. Cool. Your decision. My decision. The sound of a door unlocking can be heard in the distance. Ooh. So these things are crystallized flower petals, and some ghost shows up and does the game. She loves me not. You know the game where you pick the flower petals and say, she loves me not. Okay. What is this chair? A large heavy chair sits against the stone wall. It appears to be made of clay and feels cold to the touch. It's made of clay. And you're in a dungeon. Alright, so but don't touch the butterflies. I mean you can, but it makes you pick off their wings. It's gross. A leafy planter sits on the table in the corner of the room. It looks as though it's been freshly watered. High school is good. Oh, good! Got some good classes, making good friends. Not too hard. Well, I'm glad. Okay, there's a 4-leaf clover. I'm gonna take I need a lucky clover. Acquired a lucky clover. Oh, okay. Sits on a table. It's this awkwardly placed table in the room. Okay. Before you stands an old wooden door with an iron handle. Watcher. Once you venture through a door, wanderer, you will be unable to return. Make sure you're ready to depart before you continue onward and tread carefully. Would you like to open the door? Not yet. Basically elementary, but I have to wake up at 4:30. Ouch! 4:30 is too early. Let's see. We want to go left or right? Sinister or... I always forget what right is in Latin. But it's sinister in the left-hand side. No, let's go left. Ooh, a holiday. That's nice. I have a holiday next week. But the week after? Labor Day is coming up. The 5th of September. But I get paid time off. Oh, once you venture... Oh, yeah. I get paid time off, so I've taken every Monday off for the month of August, and it's been fabulous. It's pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna go Sinister. Is that Wintershins? I need my phone. A familiar room surrounds you, yet it brings on an unfamiliar feel. Your game has been auto-saved. Why was I looking at Melanie Martinez? I don't even know. Right. In Latin. Rectum? That doesn't sound right. Is it Dextra? Oh, I never remember. Probably right hand. There's a lot of meanings of right. Yeah, it's Dextra. Sinister. I think it's Sinister. I should double check before I say shit that isn't true. Yeah, Sinister and Dextra. I always forget the right hand one though, because Sinister is very cool. Your game has been successfully saved. Okay, good for me. Old wooden chest, locked and chains shut. A handprint appears to be carved onto each side of the chest along with a set of words. The two words are as follows. Dream and nightmare. What would you like to do? Rest your hand on dream. Ooh, the chain breaks with a loud metal clank. The contents of the chest are yours for the taking. You have acquired an angel's feather. Cool. You made your decision, Wanderer. Keep this with you as you continue your journey, for it will be of importance to you as you gaze upon your reflection. Cool. I just watched The Sandman like twice. Once with my brother and once on by my own, and it was fabulous. Various notes are scattered across the table, though upon closer inspection they appear to be written in a strange language you've never seen before. Angel feather equals a mirror? Because I'm the angel. Probably not. Okay. A bizarre alphabet of sorts mixed with strange symbols appears drawn in blood. Symbols drawn in blood cover the cold stone wall. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, we gotta take our BuzzFeed quiz. Let's take the quiz. You can't pass until you take your BuzzFeed quiz. Love it. Fill in the blank answers. Literally, if I was in a dungeon and there was quizzes everywhere, I would take them because I love a good quiz. I just love them. I'm a nerd. Have you ever felt like your friends and family have been keeping things from you? No, I don't think so. Have you ever felt lost in life? Yes. Definitely. I was in college for 7 years because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. And I don't think you get more lost than wandering around college just taking every class that suits your fancy because you have no clue what you're doing. Are you confident in your ability to lead people in a successful direction if a situation required it? Absolutely not. I don't lead people. I'm a follower. Do you sometimes consider yourself to be a follower? Yes. Tell me what to do and I'll do it. I don't want to make other people do shit. I just don't care what other people do. Have you ever dreamed of being a hero? I have. And a villain. Have you ever considered being a villain? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Have you ever hurt someone's feelings unintentionally? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Have you ever hurt someone's feelings on purpose? When I was a kid, yeah. It's not really my thing, though. But yeah, I've done it on purpose before. Would you consider yourself to be an artist of some sorts? Yes, yes, I do. Either it's me tripping or you are swearing. Sorry, currently editing a video. I was swearing. I might have been swearing. I'm sorry. I apologize. I do that sometimes. Do you feel respected in your day-to-day life? No. No, I do not. Oh, whoops, I hit the wrong button. Would you consider yourself to be scarred? Scared? Yes? I guess I'm respected enough for the quiz. It's alright. Would you get yourself to be flawed? Heck yeah. Do you believe in perfection? No. If you knew when your significant other was going to die, would you tell them? Ooh, that's a tough question. We'll dance and ignore the hard questions. I don't think I would. Is that selfish? I don't know. I don't think most people want to know when they're gonna die. I don't think I would. Then they just spend all the time before then worrying and being distracted or whatever. Just let them live their life, man. And then work behind the scenes to keep it from happening. Although that never works and you inevitably cause the thing you're trying to stop. So, I don't know. Have you ever trusted someone with your darkest secret? No. I don't know if I have a darkest secret, but if I do, I haven't told it to anybody. Okay, I finished my BuzzFeed journal here. I trust myself with my darkest secret. Heck yeah. Whoops. Shazam! Okay. Take my journal page. It's true. Although technically, I don't know what my darkest secret is, so I haven't shared it with anybody, even myself. Even I am clueless. A dusty old clock, a ticking noise can be heard from within, yet the hands seem to be unmoving. Hands of the clock have stopped and frozen on 444. So technically the next room would be the last, I mean, unless they're going to give me a clock that says 666. It looks like a normal clock though. That'll be interesting. A Vecna reference. Oh, you know, yeah, I'm bad with quotes, but I did see Stranger Things season 4. And 4B? 5? Clock can't say 666. Let's hope not. That could be weird. Ooh, a dead body. A wooden grave marker tethered with rope sits beside you. What do you want to do? I'll read it. I like reading gravestones. They're kind of funny. Here rests lust. Lust would choose to keep the body and get rid of the soul. Love would choose to keep the soul and happily accept whatever body comes with it. There exists I don't know about that. There exists few diseases quite so destructive as lust. If you say so. Rest in peace. Lust. It's a deadly sin. A stone statue of a veiled woman stands tall before you. Her face is splattered with blood. What would you like to do? Lay a token at the feet of the statue. I think I have one. You hear a voice echo in your mind. It is best to judge one by the questions they ask rather than the answers they give. You have paid tribute and received a blessing of wisdom. Your decision has been noted. Your mark has been left. The sound of a door unlocking can be heard in the distance. Ooh, got another, loves me not. Would you like to take the object? You reach out and grab the twinkling object. It appears to be an encrusted flower petal, crystallized and preserved over time. You have acquired a crystalline petal. She loves me. Scared. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Should I go left or right? I like left, because it's sinister. Okay. Yes. You give the wind door a heavy push. Old friends die hard. A faint growl can be heard briefly in the distance. It fades just as quickly as it came, and you wonder if you even heard it at all. Your game has been successfully saved. The autosave needs to chill. A dusty old clock sits on the wall. The initials TTT are carved into the top of the case. The hands of the clock appear frozen on 555. Okay. A pile of tattered scrolls sits in a heap piled high in the corner of the room. What would you like to do? Let's read from the scrolls. You select the scroll from the pile and begin to read from it out loud. Boop, 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 boop. I don't like that I'm a skeleton, by the way. It creeps me out. You're interrupted by the sounds of a monstrous guttural bellow coming from the very walls that surround you. Perhaps these scrolls aren't meant to be read from. I found the, what's it called? The Necrocomicon? the Nitro Comic-Con? Is the teddy bear making all that noise? Teddy bear. How dare you? Twinkling light radiates from a crystalline object on the floor. There's a puddle of green ooze slowly nearing the object, but it has not yet made physical contact. Oh, quick, grab it up. You reach out and grab the twinkling object. It appears to be an encrusted flower petal crystallized, preserved over time. She loves me. Not. Sad. Ugh. Walk away. Just walk away. Walk away. Walk away. Flame dances. Oh, that's nice. 3 bloody bears sitting in a row. Who do they belong to? Where are they to go? Red's missing an eye, which makes it hard to see. Blue's missing a mouth, which makes it hard to breathe. Black's missing a heart, which makes it hard to care. As 3 bloody arrows reveal the bloody bears. What? What? Gonna go this way. Yeah, there's poop water everywhere. This is the Nitro Comic Con. The Necro Comic Con. But these doors are locked. No. Where would they go? They would just go to the other side of this wall. Alright, let's do our BuzzFeed quiz. Learn more about ourselves. Fill in the blank answers. Begin to read questions from the journal. The ink appears upon the pages. Let's see. Would you consider yourself to have a great deal of empathy? Yes, but not a lot of sympathy. I'm kind of a jerk. Would you consider yourself to be a romantic soul? Yeah. Just romantic. Romantic. Yeah, I would say I'm romantic. I'm very into fantasy and romance stories and love stories, fiction, stuff like that. So probably pretty pragmatic at times in real life, but like, no, I love all that shit. I love all that lame romance crap. It's fabulous. I am. That's true. Do you ever make reckless decisions that you later end up regretting? Yes, I'm very impulsive. Incredibly impulsive. I bought a whole car. Oh no, I swore. I'm sorry. Would you consider myself to be nosy? Yes. I like gossip. And to know shit. Excuse me. I'm sorry. No more swearing. I like to know things. I just like to know things. I'm nosy. Yes. I have a curious mind about all sorts of things. Do you ever sing when no one is listening? Yes, all the time. Sometimes I sing when people are listening, and I apologize, but I like to do it. Can't be helped. It just happens. Do you ever feel like you can't be yourself in front of others? Yes. In many ways. Depends on the situation. I'm not near other people very often, but when I am, I'm very quiet. Like, I don't give myself away to other people without a lot of trust. So it's like, I tend to be very quiet. But I don't know. I'm a little shy. I used to have a lot of social anxiety in high school, so I think it just plays into that. I get very nervous and anxious in front of other people. Do you ever trust everyone in your Do you trust everyone in your social circle entirely? No. But that's because and then I died. No. My social circle is like my family, who I trust, but then there's things you don't tell your family, like, because it's inappropriate. You don't tell them about your sex life. That would be really weird. And then the other is like my boss, and I definitely don't trust my boss because my boss is out to make money off of my labor. So there's an inherent untrustworthiness about that situation. But I mean, she's fine. I trust her in many ways, but you know, there's always some level of like, I don't know if I trust you with everything. I don't trust you with my true feelings about where I work or my job, because I don't want to get in trouble. So no. And then everyone else is like an acquaintance. I just don't know them that well. People in my book club are nice, but I'm not telling them my deep dark secret either. Would you say that you've had a happy childhood? That's an interesting question. Yes and no. What is childhood? Like, What age? I feel like my teen years were less happy. I fought with my mom a lot. She was sick. She had cancer. But, and she's fine now. But, like, I don't think anybody's teen years are happy. So, under 13, yes. It's like a weird... I just played in the woods a lot. 0 years old. Probably infanthood. So I'd say probably 5 to maybe 13. 12 or 13. So, yes. Nothing real tragic happened. I played a lot in the woods. I didn't have many friends. But I never felt like I was lacking because I didn't have many friends. I had a lot of friends decide they didn't want to be my friends at that age. It was weird. Which is why I was less happy as a teenager, I think. Because all the friends who didn't care that I was kind of odd as a kid suddenly cared when we were teenagers in, like, middle school. So, like, starting age 11 when you're a girl. Probably a little more. So, like, those years were less happy because all the people who were like, I don't care that you're your world, let's be friends, suddenly cared. And they're like, I don't want to be friends with you. You're weird. So... You don't like girl things anymore, and I do, so go away from me. And I'm like, I just want to ride bikes and play video games. You guys suck. Anyway, can we break 150 subs? Can we? That'd be nice. That'd be fun. But if we don't, we don't. We'll dance either way. Okay, anyway, did I have a happy childhood? Yes. Can you be happy in life even if no one knows who you were? I don't think I could. Adults miss being a child. I miss being a child, mostly because I didn't have to do any of the crap I do as an adult. Otherwise, it's a weird thing. The older you get, the more you realize you're not much. Your like mind is cohesive from childhood to adulthood. Like how you think and felt as a kid and how you think and feel as an adult is largely the same. You just have more understanding of why things are happening. Whereas as a kid, adults hide those things. So it can be very like disorienting to not know why things are happening. But like, whatever. I'm on... like, what? Oh no, I cursed. But yeah. So yeah. It's weird to be like, the things you miss about being a child are just the fact that you don't have responsibilities and you don't understand things. It's kind of a weird idea. But like that lack of caring about stuff is just like, you miss that more than anything. Otherwise, being a child kind of sucks. You're kind of at the mercy of everyone around you. So, like, you can't go anywhere on your own. You have to have an adult take you places. You don't have your own freedom of money or anything like that. So, it's not the greatest, but there's things to miss. Could you be happy in life even if no one knew who you were? I mean, I'm here on YouTube. I obviously have a strong desire to be known by others in some way. So I don't know if I could ever be fully happy if no one knew who I was. Like, that's why I'm here. Know me. But, I mean, that's probably how my life is gonna go. But that's okay. Would you be happy being a performer for a living? Yes, I actually have a college degree in theater arts. And I've done some acting. Like I said, I have a desire to be known for something by people. Do you typically avoid big parties or social gatherings? Yes. I don't like going out. Do certain words make you uncomfortable? Not really. I just don't... He's probably going to say something. I'm going to be like, no, you're right. That makes me uncomfortable. But no, I don't think words make me uncomfortable. Do you enjoy solving riddles? I do sometimes. Depends on the riddle. I like feeling smart. So yes, I enjoy solving riddles. And then I get mad if I'm not smart enough to solve them. It's a double-edged sword. Do you ever look for the deeper meaning in things? All the time. I am an overthinker. Do you ever suffer from auditory hallucinations? Okay, so listen, I've had people call my name and then nobody be there. I keep hearing my cat make weird noises, but she's just sleeping and not doing anything. So, are they auditory hallucinations? Or are they something else? You decide. But we'll go with yes. I've heard some strange things in my life. Okay, we finished our BuzzFeed quiz. Shazam! Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, take our last torn journal here. Your decision has been noted. I feel like, oh my god, I've been doing this a while. We gotta grab a teddy bear here. So let's see. The red one's missing an eye, which makes it hard to see. The blue one's missing a mouth, which makes it hard to breathe. The black one's missing a heart, which makes it hard to care. I'm gonna go with the black one. Because speaking clearly and seeing truthfully are actually very important to me personally, but caring about things, like being kind and like whatever, feely, is less important. So I'm gonna take the black bear, or touch it. You reach out and touch the black bear. You feel something hard protruding from its abdomen. You reach your hand into the bear's stomach. A wisdom token falls into the palm of your hand. You've acquired a wisdom token. Your decision has been noted. Whoa! This bear's just lit on fire. The sound of a door unlocking can be heard in the distance. Oh. Alright, we're gonna go sinister. Yet again. Before you stands an old wooden door, yada yada yada. Let's open the door. A midnight snack. Why the midnight snack? Oh no. Arson? Oh, I might be the midnight snack. Oh no. This butterfly's gonna eat me. You hear the sound of flesh being ripped from the bone, pulled apart, and devoured somewhere in the room. It seems to be coming from a darkened corner of the chamber just out of firelight. It's been 1 hour? It's only been 1 hour? Because I was a little late to get here. Okay. A deep guttural bellow can be heard amidst the tearing of meat and snapping of bone. You stand perfectly still, as to not draw attention to yourself as you listen attentively. Ooh. Somebody's hungry. Nom nom nom. The chewing abruptly ceases and something seems to be shining in the distance. It catches your eye briefly before fading. Have you tried Ace Attorney? It's basically a puzzle game. You can play the first case if you can. Not forcing though. It's on my list. I might. Did I purchase it? I don't remember. I'll have to look. But yes, it might be one of the games I play and record for my hiatus. But I have to look at my list. But I have looked at it. It's on the list, I promise. On the list. Alright. We've autosaved before we got eaten. Something is reflecting firelight and giving off a slight glimmer from in between the broken tiles on the floor. Inspect the glimmer. You reach out and grab the glimmering object. It's caked in dirt and filth except for a slight metallic edge. You rub the object between your fingers to clean off the muck. A wisdom token shines brightly in the palm of your... Oh, I have 2 wisdom tokens. Look at me. I'm very wise. Let's see what it says. If it says 666, we're doomed. Hands of the clock is stopped and frozen. 1, 2, 3. Interesting. It's just looking for whatever. Okay, there's my BuzzFeed quiz. You've come across the skeletal remains of what appears to be a recent snack for some ferocious creature. Torn pieces of flesh cling to the bones, but there's not much left on the corpse to inspect. The bloody remains emit a great deal of warmth, which suggests that this unfortunate victim was eaten while they were still alive, most likely within mere minutes of your arrival in this chamber. Ew. Wait. Okay. The twilight radiates from a crystallized object on the floor. You hear whispering coming from the shadows whenever you gaze upon the object. What would you like to do? Take the object. I got another crystalline petal. She loves me. Yay. A small ritualistic altar rests on the dirty floor. Coins sit among the candles, all surrounding a picture of a mirror. There's only like 2 videos in this live stream covering this game. Yeah, it's interesting because Markiplier did one of the games in this series. They got like 1 million of these. No, they don't. They've got like 5 of these though. This like the test and the test 2 and the horoscope and the test chamber, and they're just these quiz games, and they're supposed to give you like some secret message at the end that speaks to your soul or whatever. They're very interesting, kind of in a horoscopy way, so they're, you know, take it as you will, but like it's very cool. I like it. They're fun, but I just decided to do this one live because I always thought that'd be a cool way to like get to know me or whatever. But yeah, I'm surprised more people don't play it. Among the coins, you notice that there's one in particular that's only half of a coin. Take half a coin. You pull out the half coin from the pile. Oh, I'm a thief. Relic obtained. I got the left half of a coin. Very cool. Let's take our BuzzFeed quiz. BuzzFeed quiz. An old journal made from blah blah blah. We'll write our answers in blood. You begin to read questions from the journal. Do you believe that you do enough to help others in need? Honestly, no. I'm a little selfish. I use my money on myself. So I've been a person in need. I was briefly homeless after college, so it's not that I don't feel bad. I just don't do enough. I'm tired of keeping up with stream and editing. Editing is for funsies, and I want to see stream. Aw. Yeah. I don't like editing. I like it. I actually like it. But it's like a lot of work, so I'm always like, I don't want to do work though. I want to do fun, not work. Do you believe in... Okay, no. Do you believe that you can rely on those around you to take care of you if need be? Live streams, that's why. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. I'd say yes. My family would pull through for me. Do you ever see things that aren't really there? Yes. I actually have a very fascinating neurological condition called visual snow, where I have what's called a persistent migraine aura. So I always see little dots like TV static everywhere. But it's not really there. It's nothing wrong with my eyes. It's like a brain disorder that's not really understood. And it causes photophobia. That's why my lights are so dim. I have very sensitive eyes to like light sensitivity and tinnitus. I get migraines and stuff. So I'm always seeing stuff that isn't there. I've also seen shadow people and stuff like that. 2% of the population have it. Yeah, it's pretty rare. It's just not studied very well because it's one of those things like if you don't realize you have it, you don't realize you have it. Even if you have it, it's just like very unobtrusive, generally speaking. You're just like, it's just static. It's not very thick. Some people say it is, but mine is just like, it's just there. Your sister is kind of rare too. She has, oh, she's a left-hander and a family filled with right-handers. That's pretty rare. That's about as rare as having, what, red hair or green eyes? My eyes are kind of green. My dad has very green eyes. And my curly hair is straight from my grandma, who had red curly hair. But, yeah, I'm not that rare. Except for my weird neurological condition. Yeah. Is right-handed... I mean, it's sure it's genetic. It's interesting. The rarity, like what makes people left or right-handed. Do I? Okay, so yes, I've seen things that aren't there. Have you ever been woken up from a deep sleep from the sensation of falling? Yes. I used to have nightmares about being in a car on like a train track and then it drives you over a cliff. Like an anxiety dream. That sucks. Not many people search about visual snow. No. I didn't even so I remember being 12 or 11 and talking to somebody. We were talking about ghosts and she was saying she saw something in the dark once, and I was like, I don't usually pay attention to the things I see in the dark because of all the static everywhere. You know, it kind of makes shapes, you know, your brain just makes shapes or whatever. And she gave me the most like uncomfortable look that I was like, is that not normal? Do other people not see static in the dark? And that's the only reason I knew that that wasn't a normal state of being, because I've had it my whole life. Like there isn't it's just a natural way that my eyes work, that I didn't realize it wasn't the way everybody's eyes work. It's like being colorblind. People who are colorblind don't always know they're colorblind until they take one of those tests that make you look at like red, green next to each other, and they're like, I don't see anything, and everyone else like, you don't see that giant number 5 in the middle, the big red 5? And they're like, no, I didn't notice. So, about, that's a big number, 268 million results? Roughly 26% of the population have visual snow or search for the phrase. Interesting. 268 million is a quarter of the population. That feels like it's not a quarter of the population. Isn't there 7 billion people? That's like a quarter of a billion. This would be math. Interesting. Anyway, have you ever woken up from a deep sleep to... Yes. There's nothing left to fear but fear itself. Do you agree with this statement? Yeah. 1/4 of people search about visual. 1/4 of the people who search about not maybe the population. Interesting. Have you lied to someone within the last week? No, I don't think so. Do you sometimes make promises that you just can't keep? I think everybody does. You don't want to, but sometimes... I'll take you to Disneyland. Disneyland explodes. I guess I'm not taking you to Disneyland. I didn't keep my promise. I mean, stuff happens. So yes. Would you consider yourself to have a guilty conscience? I don't think so. Do you often worry about others? No. Yes. I'm that person that, like, if you drive home from my house, I will ask you to text me to make sure you got home safe and don't die. So yes, I worry about others. Do you worry often? Do others often worry about you? No, I don't think anybody ever worries about me. I just don't know that many people with anxiety like I have. Have you ever trusted somebody entirely without question? Yes, because I'm dumb. I'm very trusting. Would you ever consider yourself to be emotional? Yes. I wouldn't call myself emotional. I'm moody. I'm very moody. Do you ever feel the presence of someone in the room with you even when you're alone? Yes. And it creeps me out in the dark at night when I'm trying to sleep. Go away. Do you believe that everything in life will work out exactly the way it's supposed to? I mean, yes. Not in a, like, predetermined way, just that, like, what happens is gonna happen. It'll work out. It's not over till you're dead. So whatever's happening, you just gotta roll with it. So I guess, yes. Do you ever hear random knocking noises around? Yes. And I keep thinking my cat's doing something, and I'm like, Kitty, what are you up to? And then she yells at me. Meow. All right. Shazam. I just left the Shazam. Shazam. Let's see. Acquired torn journal pages. Okay. I gotta give a wisdom token to this lady. Let's see. Her eyes fixate on you. Lay a token at the statue's feet, because she's giving me that creepy stare. Character and reputation are two different things. Pay attention to your character, for that is what you are. Your reputation, however, is what others think you are. You'd be wise to pay attention to the difference. You've paid tribute and received a blessing of wisdom. That's true. Most people think I'm a bad person, and I'm not a bad person. I just don't give no Fs. The sound of a door unlocking can be heard in the distance. Okay. We're gonna go... Or you sense old, we're going sinister again. This is a horror as The Leftovers. A putrid stench emanated from somewhere in this room permeates your nostrils, makes you retch violently. Oh gosh. You're done with editing? Woot woot. And you're about to sleep? Woot woot. Okay. It's sleeping time. Okay, there's our BuzzFeed quiz. Sorry if you can't finish the whole stream. That's okay. Sleep is important. Ew. A rotting plate of God knows what sits on the filthy, blood-splattered floor. Maggots crawl in and out of the rotting refuse and flies swarm in a heap. What would you like to do? Just walk away. Just go. See me in a month. Yes, I will be back. And I'll see you then. And we'll play a good game. Updated on Twitter. Yep, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I don't really post there, but Twitter I'm always posting. So if you follow me on Twitter, you can keep up. And Insta. Probably on Insta a lot. I want to do videos about fixing up my new place, and I'll probably post some on my other YouTube channel, and on like Instagram and stuff. So follow me there for more updates or whatever. But anyway, there's ways to stalk me on the internet. So all right, you have a good night, Fire Phoenix. I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye. This is probably for the best. Okay. Yeah, let's leave the maggots alone. That's gross. Let's see what the clock says, though. An old, dusty clock sits on the wall. You can see the reflection of the room in the case of the clock. However, you cannot see your own for some reason. The hands of the clock have stopped and froze on 3, 2, 1. Fascinating. They're just making up numbers now. Oh, another dead body. Wooden grave marker tethered with rope sits before you. What do you want to do? Read the grave marker. Rest in peace, envy. Okay. Jealousy and envy are our internal consciousness and confession of our own inferiority and an admittance of another superiority for what it is we feel we ourselves are lacking within us. Okay, that's a complicated sentence. Rest in peace, envy. Okay. It's just a decrepit wooden bucket sits on the dirty floor. There's a note sitting at the bottom of the bucket. Upon further examination, you notice a crude dagger alongside the note. The note reads, "No sacrifice, no entry." Walk away. Let's just walk away. Walk away. Alright, let's get our crystalline love flower here. What are we at? She loves me not? Old wooden chest. I don't have a key. Ooh, another choice. 2 words are as follows. Food and water. Theoretically, you can live without water. As long as you eat enough food that has water in it. But you can't live without food. Can't live without water at all. But what's this? Food. The chain on the chest breaks with a loud metal clank. The contents of the chest are yours for the taking. Ah, I've got some bread. The choice has been made. Okay. Let's take our BuzzFeed quiz here. Journal made from animal parchment and some creepy ink made of blood. It's much like BuzzFeed quizzes that I take. Oh, I didn't even read what that said. I consider myself to be reviled? I don't know. Consider yourself to be unstable at times. Sometimes. I'm moody. I can be very moody. Do you ever feel like you're constantly having to defend yourself to others? No, I don't bother doing that. I don't care what they say. I don't care. Have you ever stood up for someone who you probably shouldn't have? Probably. I am the annoying, like, but what about? Or, on the other hand, person. Like, my mind likes to see the bigger picture, and when you do that, you sometimes say shit like that. Like, but we have to consider this. Like, you don't really have to consider it. It really pisses a lot of people off, especially on the internet. It's just the way my brain works. Have I ever stood up for somebody? Like, yeah, probably. I don't know. Whatever. I don't really stand up for other people that often anyway. Has anyone ever stood up for you during a time when you were in the wrong? Nobody's ever stood up for me even when I'm right. People don't stand up for me. Would you give your life to save someone else's even if that person might not deserve it? No. I'm not a big believer in self-sacrifice. It's a very Christian notion, and I'm not a Christian. I wasn't raised a Christian. I was raised as a wild animal in the woods, so no. Do you value other people's happiness over your own? No. That's a weird question. Like, I am a problem solver. I enjoy solving people's problems. But pure happiness is kind of fleeting and stupid and a waste of your time in the long run. Like, real happiness isn't real. There's better things to be, like contentedness and you know, stability and things like that. So like helping people achieve this kind of fleeting, like shallow thing isn't really my jam. Would you consider yourself to be selfish at times? Probably. Probably. Would you consider yourself to be selfless at times? Selfless. Probably not. I can be very generous. Do you ever feel like others judge you without getting to know you? Probably. Not very many people know me in any real way. Do you typically make friends with people who are very similar to you? No, I have yet to meet anybody like me. We're like cats. We probably not like each other at all. Do you consider yourself to be a loner? Yes. I have a thing in my brain that rejects conformity, so it's hard to meet people who are like me because I see them and I'm like, they're a loser. They're just trying to be like me. But yes, do you consider yourself to be shallow at times? I would not consider myself shallow. At all. That's like judging people on how they look or like only caring about surface things. Yeah, no, I think too much. I'm an overthinker, so it's hard to be shallow when you think too much. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? No, it actually annoys me when people are like, this person looks like they smell. What? You're stupid. That's stupid. You should take the time to actually to know shit before you make stupid ass remarks. Pardon my French. Do you ever feel manic at times? Yes. Do you finish inking? Oh, I'm done. That was a short quiz. Final page of the journal appears to be considerably torn. Just one more torn journal page. Your decision has been noted. Okay. Gotta go. Can I use this to cut my bread loaf? Let's see. On further examination, a crude dagger. No sacrifice, no entry. Place, I guess I'll cut myself. It's alright. It's a little blood. Give your DNA. You press the screwly shaped dagger against the palm of your hand and close your fingers around the blade until you feel the sharp pain of your flesh being severed. Severed? Just cut your whole finger off. What the frick? Warm blood begins to flow freely from your palm of your hand and fill the bucket. As the bucket fills with blood, something floats to the top. A wisdom token presents itself as the bucket fills to the brim. You have acquired a wisdom token. I got like a bunch of them. Sound of a door unlocking can be heard in the distance. Okay. Do we want to... Let's go right. We haven't gone right yet. We'll go Dextra. Sounds like fake sugar of some kind. You not alone. You hear the sound of the small critters scurrying around in the darkness, in the darkest corners of the room. Little mice. The twinkling light radiates from a crystallized object on the floor. It's almost entirely covered with sticks, leaves, and other debris that was most likely collected by a small critter of sorts. What would you do? I'm taking this rodent's... What is it? Not glam. Shiny object, whatever. Alright, what are we at? She loves me? She loves me. She loves me. Ooh, mouse hole. Small opening in the bottom corner of the stone wall. Look in the hole. You hear the squeak of a small critter hiding in the darkness. It doesn't appear to want to come out. In your hand is much too large to fit in the hole. What the fuck? A loud crashing noise can be heard, along with what sounds like the cries of an unknown creature somewhere in the room. Oh my god. I have bread. Can I give him bread? Ooh, let's see what fake number's on this clock. What do we got? What do we got? 12:34. Huh. Got my BuzzFeed quiz, my wisdom token. A pool of blood is formed on the floor where you stand. The mirror on the wall seems to have been shattered by some unknown entity. Pool. Oh. It's an angry ghost breaking the mirrors. Ah, stop! Okay. We'll use this opportunity to drink more coffee. Alright, let's take our quiz. Is there 2 butterflies here? No. I didn't. Oh, he just zoomed while I was drinking coffee. An old journal made from thick animal skin. We're writing it in our blood. Good times. I love these BuzzFeed quizzes. Have you ever feared what may lurk in the dark as you're trying to... Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Do you find that you get bored easily when you're on your own? No. I'm alone so often. I always have something to do. Do you often find ways to keep yourself entertained? Yes. Would you say that you're someone who enjoys their own company? I do. I'm fabulous. I only hang out with me. Do you typically get along well with others? Yeah, I'm pretty easygoing, actually. Would you consider yourself to be stubborn? Yes. When I need to be. Would you consider yourself to be argumentative? Yes. Yes, I would. Are you usually right when it comes to disagreements? Yes, of course I am. That's why I fight about it. Would you consider yourself to be egotistical at times? Probably. Have you ever had an inflated opinion of yourself? Probably. I'm pretty convinced I'm smart. I'm probably not, but I'm convinced. Have you ever had a low opinion of yourself? Yes, of course. You typically have a low opinion of others? Yes. I do. Does meeting new people make you anxious? Yes. Have you ever fantasized about living in a world all by yourself? Yes. It's not... Fantasize makes it sound like you, like, enjoy it. I guess there is an element of enjoying, like, end of the world scenario, or, like... I trained to do search and rescue right after college, and, like, being lost in the woods by yourself and having to survive on your own and prove you can do it, like, that kind of thing, interests me. It interests me. So I fantasize about that. Would you consider yourself to be the center of your own universe? I mean, you should be, in many ways, the center of your own universe. You are the only provable thing in existence. And even that's kind of questionable, but honestly, like, there should be some element of that in everybody's life. Not that you shouldn't consider others. You definitely should. Other people are here too, but, like... And this is a weird question. Yes. Okay. Like, this person is psychotic. Shazam. Let's get the frick out of here. Okay. Acquired a torn journal page. Your decision has been noted. Okay. We got a wisdom lady. She holds a shard of glass in her hands. Lay a token at her feet. So we're talking... What would it be called? Like your ego, your sense of self. Understanding requires much more depth than knowledge. Perhaps many know you, but how many understand you? You have paid tribute and received a blessing of wisdom. Your decision has been noted. Your mark has been left. The sound of a door unlocking can be heard in the distance. Okay. But I can't go through here? Let's go left. Left is always the scary one, though. The music room? That doesn't sound scary. A faint sound of music can be heard coming from somewhere in the room. Your game has been successfully autosaved. Only light. I think we're at She Loves Me Not. She Loves Me Not. I feel like this guy, he's like some kind of king or something, like was murdered by his girlfriend or whatever. Pile of bones rests carefully stuffed into the broken stone wall. Various insects and critters scurry between the skeletal remains. I hate skeletons. Of some poor, unfortunate soul. Among the bones, an old and worn tattered piece of parchment rests crumpled and rolled. Take the parchment. I'm stealing everything. I'm stealing everything that ain't nailed down. You reach your hand into the wall and wrap your fingers around the parchment before quickly yanking it out. Ugh. Treasure map. Ooh. Nice. Useful items. Amidst a strange growth that brings you comfort, a loaf of baked bread that somehow managed to remain perfectly preserved despite the container it's found in. Relics. What do these do? Left-hand coin, treasure map. Secrets. Huh. Guess there's an inventory that you can't use anyway, so that's okay. Okay, there's my BuzzFeed quiz. There's a bucket. Ooh, organ. Rests against the stone wall. It's caked in thick cobwebs. Spiders skitter across the keys. What would you like to do? Let's rock out. In a garden of Eden, oh no. You place your hand on the dusty spider-infested keys. I was cleaning and packing, and so many spiders were crawling on me last night. And I like spiders, and it freaked me out a little. Let's play some notes. How do they all get in my apartment? I don't know. It's very quiet. Turn it up. So you continue to play notes. You hear the distant sound of a violin playing along with you, coming from somewhere in the darkness. Well, that's uncomfortable. Why? What the frick? Hello? Sounds like somewhere out there. Somewhere out there. Weird. Alright, look at the fake time. Musical note at the bottom. Stopped at 3:45. How many rooms are there in this game? What would you like to do? Reach into the vase. Ew. Grip firmly. So there's ways to get stuff out of a vase besides reaching in your hand or smashing it. You could just turn it upside down. Oh, you acquire a token of wisdom. Oh. Sound of a door unlocking can be heard in the distance. Nice. Let's do our quiz. Let's do our quiz. What if you just never answered any questions and went through this whole game without answering questions? That would be funny. Do you ever take dangerous or unnecessary risks even when the reward probably isn't worth the consequences? Yes, I'm stupid. In some ways. Do you ever do things for the thrill or the adrenaline rush that the activity gives you? Yeah, sometimes. If you knew your death would be the fault of your significant other and the only way to avoid your death was to break contact with them forever, would you do it? Probably. I've been alone my whole life, so it's fine. If you could know the death dates of everyone you care about, would you want to know? Not really. Would you consider yourself to be a jealous person? Not really. Would you consider yourself to be insecure at times? Yeah, I think everybody is. But different things. Would you say that you do well under pressure? Actually, yes. I'm okay under pressure. The best, not the worst. Have you ever considered leaving Earth forever? Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be exciting. Do you ever pray? No. I'm not religious. I'm a wild animal. I live in the woods. In an apartment. it makes sense, I swear. Do you ever travel back to a previous... If you could travel back to a previous period in time, would you? Yes, I would literally do anything exciting. I don't care how dumb it is. Life is a little boring. Sometimes you're like, I would time travel. That would be interesting. If you could fast forward your life without having to currently live it, would you? No. I'm old. I don't want to be older without having lived my life. If I could go backwards, that would be interesting. Without losing what I know now and go be like 20 or something again. That's the dream, not being older. Nobody wants to be older. That's what maybe young, like kids or something. Do you believe in true evil? I don't know. That's an interesting question. What is evil? What is good? Like, I'm not sure I believe in those kind of binary morality terms so much. I believe there are people who lack human capabilities in empathy and sympathy and all those emotional things, who do very bricked up stuff that, like, is bad. I don't know if that's evil. It's just very inhuman. It lacks humanity. That doesn't mean humanity is good. There's plenty of evil things that are very human, right? Murdering somebody in a jealous rage, that's very human and very bad. So humanity isn't inherently good. So, but, you know, serial killers are very inhuman. They lack very basic human emotions in a way to be able to do the things they do. So, what am I talking about? Do I believe in true evil? No. Is it better to kill than be killed? Yes. I mean, from your perspective, it's always better to be alive. Death is not something to be afraid of, but your basic biological instincts, it's better to be alive because who knows what's going to happen when you die. So logically speaking, yeah, it's better to stay alive. Is there someone in your life currently that you fear? No. To your knowledge, has anyone ever been afraid of you? Yes. I once answered the door. I had blue hair at the time, and this little Jehovah's Witness lady was terrified of me. She was literally quaking at the door. I'm like, can I help you? And she wanted to hand me a pamphlet. I'm like, okay. What's happening here? He's so afraid. I don't know why. I'm not very scary. I'm not even very tall or like kind of a round ball of fluff. I'm not terrifying. But anyway, yes. You finish inking. Okay. Shazam. Okay. Got a million torn journal pages. Okay. We get near the end. These games can be really long. Okay. I stole this, and I did that. It hasn't asked me any of those weird questions like, did you know I was behind you? Or, did you hear that thing? Do you remember the thing that I did 8 questions ago? No. I didn't remember. I didn't notice. Ooh, a library. I love libraries. This would be a creepy library. The distinct aroma of old musty books sweeps across the room. Your game has been auto-saved. That's good to know, good to know. Let's see. A wooden grave marker tethered with rope sits beside you. What do you want to do? Let's just read it. Here rests gluttony. Ooh. Some feel as though gluttony is a trait of the self-serving who disregard what actions may spell doom for others. Gluttony is also an escape from a reality that's consuming one from within. Gluttony is, in my opinion, a response of fear. Cobwebs envelope the old tombs, and many of their pages no longer remain intact. There appears to be one book left on the shelf that's in noteworthy condition and may be legible. Let's read a book. You flip through a few pages, a well-kept book, stopping to a page with something that interests you. Appears to be a handwritten page of some sort, perhaps a journal or diary. Perhaps just an open letter to anyone who may find it. It reads as follows. I don't know who's going to read this. Well, I've barely touched anything in this place since I got here. A few things I've come to realize since I've been trapped in these halls. For starters, it's very slow. It appears that there are foul magics at play here. I found grisly, ritualistic altars, human sacrifices, half-eaten corpses, mass graves of nameless bones, and worse. If you can even imagine worse, that is. I've also met a few other wanderers in my journey through these halls. I've shared a few words, and I've had some knowledge bestowed upon me. I helped a woman escape from a grotesque abomination, only to find out that she was a witch with a hankering for human flesh. No one and no thing here is to be trusted in any circumstances. And to be quite honest, the longer I spend within the testing chamber, the more I can understand why. From what I understand, the only way out of this place is to find a sacred mirror of some sort. Without the mirror, our souls are forever lost in purgatory, doomed to endlessly wander these halls for eternity. Many come seeking answers. Few make it out alive. I've yet to see anyone survive here for longer than a day or two, and I'm beginning to think that I'll be no exception. Through constant exploration and a ruthless amount of digging, my studies have led me to the conclusion that this place was originally built to keep the souls of the damned from escaping their eternal prison. But whoever built this place wanted something good to come from their presence. Other wanderers I've spoken to believe that the souls who are trapped here are meant to offer wisdom and guidance based on the mistakes of their past lives. A veiled woman used to wander these halls until she was turned to stone, but she served as a caretaker and guiding light in the darkness for quite some time before she crossed paths with one of the worst entities that roams these halls. Some claim that not everything here is evil. I'm not so sure about that. I was told that if you came here, I would gain the answers I sought. I don't even know that's a possibility at this point. My skin has begun to rot off of my bones, and I don't know how much longer I can last on this journey through what I can only describe as a living hell. To be quite honest with you, I don't even know if I'm still alive anymore. And if I am, I don't know how much longer that means to last. Signed, a wanderer. I'm a wanderer. Yeah, I'm a wanderer. I wander round and round and round and round and round. I'm starting to wonder. I have to look at these doors. I've just been going through the wrong door a lot. Hey, close the book and carefully slide it back into its place on the bookshelf. Bookshelf appears to be covered in ash and soot. The only looks as though the book stands out. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even look like it belongs with the others on the shelf. I'm gonna read all the books, just so you know. Okay. There are various depictions of human-like figures morphing into small creatures. Their arms and legs shrinking, their torsos turned into smaller abdomens. Some of them even sprout wings, judging by the imagery. This book has a detailed passage about various things you might encounter in the testing chamber. It reads as follows. To the trapped souls who seek vindication and absolution, read on. If you believe your soul has been wrongfully kept within the confines of the testing chamber, you may undergo the trials of wisdom in an attempt to free yourself from these halls and relinquish all captivity, severing the bonds that shackle you to this prison. One of the first steps in this process is finding the old hag that wanders these halls and paying a tribute of her choosing. Once the hag has agreed to assist you, she will bestow upon you a transmogrification spell, which will turn you into a creature of your choosing. How many choose to become butterflies, since it's easier to get around and you can make yourself more or less noticeable by sticking to the shadows, only venturing into the light when you deem it necessary. This also allows you to keep yourself out of range of threats from down below, as most of the entities that you wander these halls do so by foot. Once the transmogrification has taken full effect, you must seek out a wanderer and offer your life to them. If the wanderer accepts, you must bestow upon them a blessing of knowledge that may aid them in their journey. If the wanderer deems your blessing worthy of your freedom, then your soul shall be forever freed from the testing chamber. Oh, I should have been collecting the butterflies. Where your soul travels after this process is complete is still unknown, but one thing is for sure, no soul has ever left these halls, has ever returned. Signed, Alice. Good old Alice. I don't want to take butterfly wings. What if that's not true? It would mean I don't like it. Let's see. Okay. One on these shelves seems that they were rotting before the shelves were constructed. The books themselves are in not much better condition. Almost familiar to you. Perhaps they're alternate versions of something you've read before. Something doesn't feel right about the books that rest on the shelves before you. It's almost like they're not quite what they seem. Perhaps they're not even books at all. Huh. Man. Twinkling of light. Take the object. Crest of flower petals. I don't know what these are for. She loves me. Let's see. Do I get a choice? Alright. 2 words as follows. Offensive and defensive. I'm a defensive type. I don't really want to attack anybody, but you gotta protect yourself. Chain on the chest breaks with loud metal clink. And you acquired an iron shield. You will live with your decision whether you like it or not, Wanderer. Okay. Jeez, calm down. Okay. Okay, it's my BuzzFeed quiz. Let's fill out our quiz. Consider yourself to be a gambler. No. Gambling's stupid. The odds are never in your favor. Would you consider yourself to be a confident individual? Yes. Yes, technically. Would you consider yourself to be more or less independent? Heck yeah. Would you consider yourself to be attractive? I'm not my type. If you could implant a microchip into your hand that would replace all handheld electronic devices that you currently use, and your hand would act as a substitute for anything and everything you could need in that regard, would you do it? Okay, replace all handheld electronic devices. So my phone, my Nook, like TV remote, my controller? No, because you never be able to walk away from it. They would always be there. You couldn't unplug. Do you lie to people on a daily basis? No. Have you ever been afraid of suffocating? Yes. I'm afraid to be underwater. I don't like it. Have you ever been afraid of someone breaking into your home and harming your animals? Yes. They can harm me, but don't touch my kitty. She's right there. Are you confident in your ability to defend yourself if need be? Honestly, yeah, I am. I've taken taekwondo and jujitsu and fencing and with yoga. That's not very. I'm gonna do a mean downward dog and they'll run away. Are you confident in your ability to defend yourself? Yes. Would you fight against insurmountable odds in order to protect a stranger's life from others who sought to wrongfully do them harm? I mean, how would I know that? How would I know it's wrong? What if they're right? I don't know. Would you consider yourself to be materialistic? No, not really. Do your friends often share a similar set of morals and values to your own? Not really. People do be shallow and materialistic. They just are. Do your friends often share your same interests, dreams, and ambitions in life? No, I don't associate with many people who are like me. If you can't beat them, join them. Do you agree with this expression? Absolutely not. Never give in. Do you believe in the idea of soulmates? I do, because I am a romantic trash person. You finished inking your final journal. Shazam! Okay. And we get our torn journal page. We're going to make a whole new journal out of the pages of other journals. For some reason. It'll be exciting. Give her a... She has a book in her bosoms. Give her a token. Voice echo in your mind. Drink more water. Others will always treat you in any way you decide to let them. If you wish to be treated differently, then show them what behaviors you will and will not accept. Fascinating. Pay tribute. I have a secret unlocked. Okay. Decision has been noted. Useful items. What secrets? Okay. So there's no... Do these doors mean anything? I don't know if they mean anything. Paradise of the Damned. Oh, hey, I made it out. Huh. You're damned, but you get to go to heaven. The bad heaven. Out of the darkness into the light. Oh, it's bright. Enjoy the warmth while it lasts. Your game has been successfully saved. Nice. This tree has managed to survive the desert heat. Provides a relaxing shade underneath its branches and leaves. Twinkling light radiates from a crystallized object on the floor. Hot sands cover the majority of the objects, and the rays from the sun make it difficult to see. Take the object. It's one of my little twinkly dudes. Okay. Is this like a halfway point? She loves me not. This tree has seen better days. Seems to be in desperate need of water. Can I water it? An old well sits open and welcoming in the hot desert sun. It appears to be functioning and equipped with all the necessities to gather water. Peer down to the well. You see something reflecting light from the well. Raise the bucket from the well. Ooh. Can I water that plant? It needs some water. Oh. You've acquired a golden loot. Cool. Can I just get some water? Okay, I guess not. A winged totem stands tall before you. An orb made of crystal absorbs sunlight and produces an incredible amount of heat, glistening and gleaming brightly. What would you like to do? Peer into the crystal orb. You gaze upon the orb and peer deeply into the glass. Something beneath the orb glimmers in the sunlight. I got a wisdom token. Decision has been noted. The sound of the door unlocking can be heard. Desert cactus is covered with thick thorns. It's probably not wise to touch it. Bright red, sweet fruit to those hungry enough to take a bite. Take a bite of the fruit. I like fruit. Sweetest juices flood your mouth and generate a delectable taste. I'm gonna die. We're gonna get the poops. Get the poops. Look at this kitty cat. He's cute. A small cat-like creature wandering about aimlessly. But the kitty. Foxy. Reach out and inspect the tags. They're securely fastened. It names Foxy. Foxy kitty. Okay. Oh, I love Kit Kats. A notice pinned to the bulletin board. It reads as follows. You don't have to stay, but you don't have to go. You could survive here forever. You at least deserve to know. The fruit is safe to eat, the water is fresh as it can be, and if you choose to stick around, you'd be in good company. That's good. One Kit Kat. You do get a cat. That'd be nice. Let's take our BuzzFeed quiz. Look at all this water. This is a nice place. An old journal made from thick... Yep, let's take our quiz. Crack my spine. Okay. Do you ever wish life can be free of drama? No. Drama's fun. But what is drama? What is drama? Like, maybe just like get shit done. No feelings involved. That'd be kind of nice. If you could leave your current life to live in paradise, would you do it? Like some tropical, hot, always mildly pleasant. I wouldn't be content there, personally. Would you ever live in a place where crime was commonplace and it was up to you to constantly have to defend yourself if need be? I've lived in such a place and nothing ever happened, so I don't think it's as bad as people think. But, like a place with lots of shootings or something? No. Yeah, I could handle that. Whatever. You discovered that when you were conceived, you were one of 4 identical embryos who look, talk, and act just like you. Would you ever want to meet your other siblings? Maybe. That'd be interesting. Would you consider yourself to be the most honest person you know? Probably. Which is sad. I'm not that honest. People are strange when you're a stranger. Do you agree with this sentiment? People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are something... I don't know the words. The whole song is about the fact that when you're an outsider, you become paranoid. And I think that's true. When you're outside the group, you become very paranoid of the group. It's a mental disorder. Do you believe that one should always stand for what they believe in, regardless of the consequences? kind of hard because I believe you should always seek to be as close to the truth as possible. And sometimes that means reevaluating what you believe in. Like, sometimes it just happens. Like, what you believe is wrong. So I think you should always be open to the fact that what you believe in isn't true. Like, that you should always be testing that and questioning it and researching or whatever you believe in. So no. Because you could be wrong. What if you're wrong? What if your beliefs are just hurting people and are bad? And you just stick with them because you have to stick to what you believe in. That would be pretty horrible. Have you ever caused someone to have a near-death experience? No. No. I've never almost murdered anybody. Would you play Russian roulette for a chance at $10 million? If you win, walk away with the money, but if you refuse to play, your net worth immediately becomes zero and you lose everything you've ever worked for. But that's not how Russian roulette works. What we're talking about here is money. Money is... it comes and it goes. I have been homeless. I have had zeroed money. I've had terrible credit. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it comes and it goes. Don't hold on it so that tightly. It's not the most important thing in life. So, no. I don't think I'd, just out of principle, I'd be like, screw you. No, take everything. You can't beat me by taking money. Money is nothing. Are you oftentimes afraid of change? No, I don't think I am. I mean, I am, and I think everybody is, but I think I'm less afraid of change than others. Do you suffer from pain on a daily basis? Lately, yes. Oh my god. My back has just hurt forever. And my knee. Do you ever wish that you couldn't feel pain at all? That'd be nice. It'd be nice, but it'd be dangerous, because pain is there to tell us something's messed up. And so you risk the consequences of realizing things are wrong. And I think that's true on an emotional level as well. Like, emotional pain lets you know something isn't right. So I don't think I've ever really wished that. If you could grow wings and fly far away, would you? I'm scared of heights. I don't know. What is elsewhere that isn't here? No? You ever feel invisible to the world all the time? If the things you owned and what you purchased had no bearing on what people thought of you, would you choose to spend your money differently? No, because objects are irrelevant. They're just distractions from what really matters. You finish inking your final answer into the journal. Shazam! You take your torn page here. Okay. 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 The water seems to run cold and fresh from the mountainside. I wish I could feed that plant. Oh well, what kind of plant is this? Hammock butterfly? Beautiful green leaves grow healthy and bright from this desert plant. Oh, that's good. We've got some grass here. Can't talk to the grass. Man, I wish I could give it water. Oh well, it grew on the wrong side, I guess. That's life. Before you stands the old wooden door. Let's push it open and continue. Hopefully this isn't the halfway point because this game has been very long. A return to madness. Are we leaving? Are we done? Find yourself back in the cold depths of long forgotten chambers once more. Into the darkness. You shall return. Cool. Okay, there's that. 12:22. Huh. Oh god. Worms writhe and wriggle between the dirt and flower stems. They seem to be feeding on chunks of flesh and bone within the soil itself. I don't think that's what worms do, dude. Clay pot with an assortment of flowers rests on the table after inspecting the coagulated soil. It seems as though the flowers are being watered with blood. The decrepit leather chair sits in front of a cracked wooden table, and in the seat of the chair rests a pool of blood. It seems fresh and tacky, as if someone injured sat here recently. That's icky. Okay, what's up here? You've let to run into anything but cats. Twinkling light radiates from the thing. Take the object. Oh wait, she loves me? She loves me. Does it matter? Ooh, what's this? A pot of flowers on a wooden table. Flower pot tilts slightly as if it's sitting on top of something and providing a lack of balance. What would you look under the flower pot? You lift the flower pot and inspect underneath. A small coin is wedged under the flower pot, making it uneven on the table. I feel like I have more wisdom tokens than I've hit wisdom statues. Alright, give her a token. Lay the token at the feet of the statue. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. The grass is greener wherever you decide to water it. Ooh, that's deep. You've paid tribute and received a token blessing of wisdom. Cool. Okay. Where'd my BuzzFeed quiz go? Down here. Boom. An old journal made from thick animal skin parchment sits atop the wooden table. It has a list of questions. Answer the questions. Would you consider yourself to be a chaotic personality? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be a passionate person? Probably. Would you consider yourself to be a gentle soul? No. I'm a bit of a bull in a china shop. Consider yourself to be kind? Yes. To your knowledge, has anyone ever hated you? Yeah, probably. Have you ever truly hated someone else? Yes. Yes, I have. Forgive, but never forget. Do you agree with this statement? Yes, I do. Everything happens for a reason. Do you agree with this statement? I mean, yes, I kind of do. Do you believe that war is sometimes necessary? Not really. If your mother was in terrible pain, bedridden, and only weeks from an inevitable death, and she begged you to end her suffering, would you find a way to assist her in her suicide? Honestly, yes. Assisted suicide is a thing that I think can morally be the right choice for some people. It's just the way it is. If you take a step back to reflect on where you're... Do you ever take a step back to reflect on where you're headed in life? Absolutely not. I'm not headed anywhere in particular. I'm just enjoying the ride. Have you ever experienced what most people would consider a severe bout of rage? Hell yeah. Would you consider yourself to be a good judge of character? No, I'm a terrible judge of character. I just am. I get in trouble a lot. Do you ever feel uneasy for no particular reason? Yeah, sometimes. Do you ever have any long-term goals? And if so, how do you have a plan in place in order to accomplish them? Do I have long-term goals? Yes. Do I have plans in place to accomplish them? No. Do you finish? I'm... Shazam! I'm not that kind of person. Okay. I am a chaotic personality. Let it come. It'll happen or it won't. I honestly think I do things to set myself up for success and don't realize it. So that when things succeed, I'm like, damn, the universe must be looking out for me or something. Because I have no conscious plans or whatever in place. For whatever that's worth. It's just, yes, I already looked at the clock. Okay. Looked at all this, did my BuzzFeed quiz. Let's go! Let's go this way. I thought there... Anyway. Silent prayer. Life is a mystery. For the first time since wandering these halls and chambers, you get a sense of peace from being in this room. Huh. So, yeah, okay. I thought maybe there was like, this door does this. Like, pick this door or this door, but it's like whatever you want. Grab the twinkling object. Okay. She loves me not. Okay. Alright, what are we gonna choose? Handprint appears on each side. 2 words as follows. Blessing and curse. Let's have a blessing. Chain on the chest breaks with a loud metallic clank. Sweet. A golden crucifix. Thanks. Ask and ye shall receive, wanderer. Oh. It's like, you asked for it, buddy. Thanks. Large golden symbol sits atop a stone monument in the corner of the room. It radiates pure positive energy that draws you in and brings you comfort. If you could pray for anything, anything at all, what would you beg of your gods, Wanderer? Would you like to pray? Pray for forgiveness, pray for resolve, pray for a blessing. Huh. Resolve? Like the ability to see shit through? Yes, because this game's taking forever. Pray for resolve. Meld into the blackness of the room and recite your prayer in your head. I pray for resolve. Sweet. Ooh, sparkly. You have the resolve. You've received resolve. As the peace washes over you and you feel like everything's gonna be alright. Shazam. Let's see what's in here. An old oak barrel sits against the wall. As you listen closely, a knocking seems to be coming from within the barrel. Eee. What I like to do... Smash the barrel. Shazam! Glimmering between the broken pieces of the barrel is a small coin. Oh. Well, at least there's nobody in there. Sound of a door unlocking can be heard in the distance. That's good. What time we're gonna... The words "pray with me" are carved into the bottom of the clock. 10 o'clock. Oh, good lord. Are we ever getting out of here? Let's go this way. Oh, did I do my BuzzFeed quiz? I don't think I did. Let's do our quiz. Begin to read questions from the journal. Do you think about death often? No, I don't. Do you believe you're going to live a long, eventful life? Yes, yes, I do. Do you ever talk to yourself? I'm talking to myself right now. Have you ever witnessed an event you just couldn't explain? I have. Have you ever had the fear or suspicion that someone was living inside of your house without your knowledge? Oh my god. When I was in college, I had a very vivid, almost lucid dream that when I was not in my house, somebody else was living in it during the day, and then in the evening when I came home, they were gone, and we're like house sharing in this weird, creepy way and didn't know about each other. And that fear has lived with me since then. It was so creepy. Sometimes I worry about that. Yes. Do you ever sleep with your feet hanging off the other bed? Never. Hell no. Have you ever considered that you might be crazy and just don't know it? Yes. Yes, I have. Does the thought of an afterlife bother you or make you feel uneasy? No. It'd be kind of nice not to end at the end. Does the thought that there might not be anything after life bother you? No. Because I can't control any of that, so I don't let it bother me. Would you be willing to give up sex or masturbation for a year if it meant gaining a deeper sense of peace in the end? Sure. I don't really feel like I need peace, but yeah, sure, yeah. I'd give it a shot. Would you consider yourself to be easily manipulated at times? Not really. Would you consider yourself to be a manipulative individual at times? Yeah, sometimes. Have you ever felt like you were being followed even when nobody was there? No. I should probably clarify. I think I'm smart, and sometimes when you're smart, you can manipulate people. I don't really have any desire to manipulate people, though. It's like, I don't want anything from anybody enough to, like, manipulate them, but I probably manipulate people. Guilt is a good one. Guilt's easy. But yeah, I've done it. I'm sure. Have you ever felt like you were being followed when no one was there? No. Humans are the most dangerous thing on the planet. Do you agree with this statement? I do. Would you consider yourself to be a dangerous person? Yes. I think I probably can be very dangerous. Not physically dangerous, but... Finish inking the journal. Shazam! Final pages of the journal appears to be considerably torn. Yes, I could be manipulative. I could be mad. I could be very rageful. I could probably mess up somebody's life if I tried. I just don't have any desire to do that. So really, humanity's, I'm a supervillain. I'm a supervillain. Like, my Joker arc is probably inevitable, but, you know, I haven't been pushed to it yet, so, whatever. Would you like to open the door? Yes. Let's open this door. Let's go. Halls of the Harvester. That sounds... Whatever positive feelings of warmth and comfort you initially felt in the previous room, you feel the polar opposite here. Okay. We're gonna end soon. Your game has been autosaved. That's nice. An extremely keen blade rests on a tray atop the table. Alongside the blade rests a slab of meat with a bite taken out of it. Upon further inspection, it appears to be a kidney. Eee. And this is the bathtub where they stole your kidney. Ice cold, bloodied water fills the tub in the corner. The blood surrounding the tub feels warm, wet, and fresh. What would you like to do? Yeah, let's dig around in this bathtub. Ugh. You feel something small and solid at the bottom of the tub. You bring it to the surface. Ah, you get wisdom from doing gross things. Let's get a stick. I got that crucifix. I could have fished it out with the crucifix. Bleh. Bleh. Grave marker sits. What do you want to do? Read the grave marker. Here lies wrath. One's wrath may be a burden upon one's very soul, but not upon the soul in which wrath is sought to be placed. For if we were to set out for a plot of vengeance and retribution, we must first dig 2 graves before we begin our journey forward. That is true. Seeking vengeance destroys yourself as well as whoever you're trying to destroy. I saw Kill Bill. I'm very smart. An old journal made from thick animal skin. Okay. Do our BuzzFeed quiz. Oh gosh, okay. Would you say that sometimes lack motivation? Yeah. Would you say that you sometimes lack discipline? Definitely. Have you ever faked your confidence levels and pretended to be more confident than you actually are? Yes, probably. Fake it till you make it. Wasn't that a whole thing earlier? Have you ever had the regret of keeping someone in your life for too long? Yes. Yes. When I cut somebody out, I cut them out fully, so I'm really reluctant to do it. But yes. Would you say that you have a tendency to hide your true emotions from people? Yeah, probably. Are you afraid of what others might think of you if you knew all of your deepest, darkest secrets? I think everybody's afraid of that. Even though it's probably whatever. Have you ever lived in a constant state of dread, just wondering when the next horrible event was going to take place in your life? No. I'm a very positive thinker. Have you ever used a substance or activity to mask your pain or avoid your reality? Yes. Yes, I have. If you knew exactly what you had to do in order to become the best version of yourself, but it would take constant hard work, determination, discipline, and sacrifice, would you pursue that endeavor? My nose is all stuffy all of a sudden. Hard work, determination, discipline, and sacrifice. I mean... like, why? Why would you... I just don't believe we're here to do all this striving to be better or whatever. Like, the only thing that matters is this moment, the future. Sacrificing the present for the future is kind of futile. The future is uncertain. There is no clear path there. So you can only be in the present. And if you're unhappy, or not unhappy, but like, if the present is pain or like whatever, so unless you get fulfillment from all this hard work and sacrifice and discipline or whatever, like, why would you... I enjoy hard work and discipline and stuff on certain levels, but sometimes you just don't want to. Sometimes in the moment you're like, I'm gonna eat a pizza and sleep in and not work and just enjoy and just be in the moment. And that's more important sometimes than all the rest. And if that's just gonna mess up whatever, then it messes it up, I guess. So yeah, I'm not a grinder, I guess. I'm not a girl boss. Oh well. Are you comfortable with the idea of living a life of mediocrity? No. I don't think I have, though. So I think it's too late for me to live a purely mediocre life. Do you believe that for one reason or another, for better or worse, most people don't deserve you or what you bring to their life? No. I don't know if I bring much to anybody's life. If you and your significant other were actively witnessing a heinous and tragic act of violence taking place right in front of you, would you risk the life of your significant other? Would I throw this other person in the line of fire, knowing that at any point in time the assailants can turn on both of you? I mean, I'd risk my own life maybe, but not somebody else's. If you were in a survival situation with your best friend and only one of you could make it out alive, would you choose your survival over theirs? That really... I mean, no. I feel like I have enough skills to survive. So I would probably work to help somebody who is in a weaker position if it was needed. Like... No, you can only do what you can do, right? Besides, I'm large and fat. I could live for a long time without food and stuff, so probably wouldn't... Here's the thing. When you're trained to help others, they tell you to make sure you help yourself first, because you can't help others unless you help yourself. So, probably... That's a weird question. Like, unless you were actively dying, like, yes, eat my corpse and survive. Like, 2 people is better for survival than 1. What a weird thing. If you give up your current life in order to pursue your greatest goals and dreams with the highest chance of immediate success, would you do it? Probably. I mean, I like my life right now, but there are definitely, like, career things that I'd be like, oh yeah, I'd leave this job and go do something else. Shazam! Okay. I probably missed the first question. Because these things take too long. Decision has been noted. Mark left. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Creepy bathtub full of junk. Let's grab this guy. The thing is, I have to hit the button to advance the text sometimes, and sometimes I don't. So you accidentally hit the wrong button sometimes. She loves me. Whee. Anything else? Ooh, let's look at the clock. This dusty old clock sits on the wall. The word help is crudely written in blood upon the base. It's the clock have stopped at 6:54. Whatever. What is this? Yeah. Okay. She holds a bloody heart in her hand. Sure she does. What does it say? Give me some wisdom, lady. While others are thinking you should be doing. You pay tribute. Interesting. Okay, we're just going left. That to get out of a maze, just keep going left. Hit of fools! Sounds like a song from the 50s. Something calls to you and pulls you at your very soul. It almost feels like something in this room is begging you for help. Okay. One table sits in the middle of the entryway to the chamber. It's coated in a thick layer of dust, and within the dust sits an imprint of an object that's seemingly been removed. What the frick? Frickety frack. A bit of skulls and assorted bones rest beneath the floor. You hear faint whispers coming from the pit calling out to you. What do you like to do? Dig through the bones. You dig through the bones and find 2 skulls that seem to be emanating a large amount of energy, almost as if they're calling to you. As you hold the skulls in your hands, the whispering you once heard has grown silent. What? What? What the what? Grab one of these things. Ooh. She loves me not. Tragic. Go away, butterfly. Bloody birthday cake. Ew. Sits on the dirty floor. The candles have been lit and already snuffed out. What would you like to do? I'm not eating nothing that. I'll smush it though. And begin to dig through it. Digging through the cake, you find some hard within. Oh. Sometimes you have to destroy things. Sometimes you don't. Cracked stone platform rests in the corner. There seems to be an indentation where something once sat in the middle of the platform. What would you like to do? Place something on the platform. You place a skull on platform. That's perfectly as if it's final resting where it belongs. Yummy. Cracked stone platform rests in the corner. There seems to be an indentation where once sat something. What would you like to do? Place another skull there. Yummy. Place for everything, and everything in its place. Room grows colder. Something about the energy here has shifted. Ew. Appears to be a piece of rotten flesh inside the case of the clock. Maggots have begun to feast on the remnants of whatever rests inside. That's gross. Hands of the clock have been snapped in half. Oh, damn. Time sits still here, I guess. Oh! Look. Let's, answer some questions. We all have our demons. Do you agree with this statement? Yes. Have you ever felt dead inside? I don't think so. Have you ever thought about murdering somebody? In the heights of passion, not in any, like, coldly calculating way. Have you ever felt suicidal? Yeah, when I was a teenager, I was much more moodier than I am these days. If you had an incurable disease, would you intentionally transmit it to somebody you dislike? No. If you had 3 wishes, would you ever give one away? Yeah, why not? Would you consider yourself to be controlling? Not really. Do you believe that your life is of great importance and value? I mean, no, not ultimately. Do you believe that your fate is predetermined? That's an interesting question. There's a lot of systems in place running underneath our minds that compel us to do things without our knowledge. So there is a certain amount of predetermination in every action we take. Like, we're not even aware of it. We think we have free will and we really don't, right? So, I mean, and then in the bigger picture, I mean, I'm gonna die. That's my fate. That's the fate of us all. That's predetermined. We know the end of the story. We die. So, yes. Do you believe that our thoughts can manifest into reality? I do in a certain way. I believe in the power of positive thinking or whatever. Not in a necessarily magical sense, but like focusing your attention on things you want will keep you open to luck that will come in and give you those opportunities. So that's why when I said, like, I don't have a plan, but I think I set myself up in a way that I'm always looking for the opportunities, and that's why I feel like I've been very lucky in my life, because I've allowed myself to be positively lucky. So whatever. So yes, I do. Would you consider yourself to be optimistic? Yes. Yes. Would you consider yourself to be pessimistic at times? I can be pessimistic. I can be a negative Nancy. Things aren't going my way. I think everybody is. Have you ever wondered if you were already dead and just didn't know it? Not until you said that. No, I thought we might be in the Matrix or something, but it doesn't matter. Have you ever physically restrained or held down by an unseen force? I have, and it's creepy. Sleep paralysis? It's not fun. Do you believe that you have a soul? I do, actually. You finish inking your final answer. Shazam! I'm not a religious person. I do believe in the soul, though. And in shadow people. They're no good. As you approach the skull and candles, you can hear a faint whispering coming from the table they sit on. You can't quite make out the words no matter how closely you whisper, how you listen. When you try to move the skull, it won't budge. All the candles have been lit and burnt halfway, except one, which remains pristine. Take the unlit candle? You grab the unlit candle. Powdery substance coats your fingers. Ooh, that's always good. Obtained a bone dust candle. Okay, let's get out of here. Or you stand at a wooden door. Let's open the door. Let my love open the door. Doo doo doo. Have we found a way out? Please tell me we found a way out. You hear the shuffling of feet in the darkness parts of the room just out of firelight. You get the sense that something very bad has transpired here. Sweet. What is this? A dull iron blade sits in blood, resting atop a stone table. There's a certain darkness that emanates from the blade, and it gives off a very negative energy. You get the sense that this blade was not used for the best of intentions. A blood-splattered statue of an angel stands before you, pressing her hands together with her head hung low deep in prayer. As you stand near her, you can hear the faint whispering coming from the statue. It briefly looks as though the statue's lips are moving, as if the angel is mumbling to herself. The longer you stare, the more silent and still the statue grows. Eee, that's fun. A blood-splattered statue of an with her eyes fixated on the blade, sitting in blood, resting atop a stone table. It must seem as though the angel's eyes shift and look at you for a brief moment. You ever watch Haunting of Hill House? This reminds me of that in a way, where there's like so many things happening. I've watched it a couple times and it freaks me out because there's all these things happening in the background. Like, how'd you say? Like statues are moving, or like ghosts are just standing there. They're not doing anything. There's just like this other person in the scene and you're like, wait, who the frick is that? Or like shadows in the background that are obviously people. You're like, what is that? Like, it's like that where you're just like, what is happening? Because your eyes are merely playing cruel tricks. Cruel tricks. I can speak. Parchment and a quill rests upon the table before you. Appears to be a note left from a previous visitor. What do? Read the note. If you're reading this, then it's already too late for me. I should have heeded the warning of the note I found earlier. I can't take it anymore. I shouldn't be here. No one should be here. This place does things to you. It distorts your mind. It drives you to do things a good soul would never do. The things I've done. Oh God, please forgive the awful things I've done here. I should have listened. And now there's only one thing left to do. There's only one way out of this hell. And it knows it too. The watchful one. The monster in the walls. It knows just when we're about to break, and it provides an exit for us. It provides our way out. Just when we can't take any more, I will take my exit now. I will find solace in knowing that my selfishness, my greed, will not go unpunished. I will atone for all I've done. All of those I've hurt in search for answers of self. I will take my leave and pray that my soul finds its way out of these wretched chambers once and for all. Signed, just another wanderer. Ooh. You should have just had another coffee, sir. Okay, well, he probably did something irredeemable. Handprint appears to be curved. Let's see the words. Rags and riches. What would you have? You know, I'm not that interested in riches. Riches have a lot of problems with them. I'm gonna try rags. This seems so obvious you'd want money. Something about having nothing can bring a lot of internal fortitude and knowledge, so that seems more valuable to me. Commoner's garb. Oh, look at me. Perhaps you should have chosen more wisely, Wanderer, or perhaps you know exactly what you're doing. Yeah. I was reading about I've been learning about the evil eye, and the evil eye is a symbol used to keep other people from being envious of you, because flaunting wealth can bring curses, and those people don't even have to actively like want you cursed, just their envy can curse you. So I don't know, riches bring problems, especially if you're flaunting them. All right, let's answer our BuzzFeed quiz. Let's see. Do you love yourself? Yeah, I'm pretty cool. Have you ever hated yourself? I don't think I ever have hated myself. I think I've been disappointed. I think I've disappointed myself. But I don't think I've ever hated myself. Have you ever wished that you were never born? I don't think so. You ever get chills up your spine when somebody walks behind you? I mean, yes. Have you ever watched someone die? No, I have not. No. I did not watch the George Floyd murder or anything like that. I just want to see something that horrible. Have you ever stolen something personal from somebody and then returned it without them knowing? No. Do you always lock the doors to your home? Yes. I live in a city, currently. I live in the woods, in the middle of the city. I live in a park. No, I live downtown. I lock the doors. Do you sleep with the window open? I sleep with it cracked, yes, with a bar to keep it from opening too far. Would you add a decade onto your life if it meant taking the decade off the lifespan of a random individual whom you'll never meet or come into contact with? Nah. I mean, an extra decade would be nice, but not at the expense of somebody else. Whatever. Have you ever felt like somebody was watching you through your window? Yes. Have you ever wished that someone you've hated would die? Yes. Not that I want them to kill them, just that, you know, if they die, it might be justice. Have you ever fear the possibility of permanently losing your memory? Yes, that's actually a long-standing fear of mine. Would you ever consider yourself to be a good person? In general, I think I'm a good person. Whatever. I'm not too attached to being good or bad. Morality seems irrelevant most of the time in many ways. Ethics is different from morality. Morality seems to be religious-based, whereas ethics is, like, more logical. What's the logical, fair thing to do versus what's the morally right thing to do based on some bullshit religion. So, yeah, whatever. Would you ever consider yourself to be a bad person? Other people consider me a bad person, but I've never really considered myself a bad person. Have you ever felt like maybe you're not even a person at all? I have, actually. I might be a robot. Possible. Shazam! Alright, here we go. Get our torn journal page. How many of these do I frickin' need? An old dusty clock. What time is it? Hands of the clock have been replaced by severed fingers. Ew. 111. Hey, we're back to 111? I don't... Jesus. Let's see. Hands are firmly clamped around our human brain. I don't think you can hold brains until they've been pickled or whatever, formaldehyded, because they're like, they're squishy, like super unset jello. Gray, once, yeah, gray matter pours forth and envelopes for cold stone fingers. What do you do? Pay the gatekeeper. Get the heck out. Believe you can do something, the chances are you can. If you believe you can't, well then, you're probably right about that too. You pay tribute. That's true. I always believe I can do stuff. And then I do it. It's never as easy as I think it's gonna be, but you know. Oh, is that what that was? Object appears to be stuck inside of a severed toe. Ew. Well, that's something. She loves me. She put this in her severed toe just for me. Ew. Innocence lost. As you open your eyes and gaze around the room, visions of your childhood cloud your mind. Some memories bring you nostalgic bliss, whereas others bring you brief heartache and grief before you quickly flush the thoughts from your memory and continue onward. Oh, prezzies. Blood-soaked presents. Litter the table before you. Each box looks pristinely wrapped yet caked with dirt and blood. That's disgusting. Tattered and old yet neatly folded blankets rest on the table. They're warm to the touch in an otherwise cold room. Well, that's weird. Let's answer some questions. This song is freaking me out. You begin to read questions from the journal. With the blood ink. Are you afraid of being forgotten? Yes. Have you ever heard voices in your head? No. Do you have a habit of starting projects and not finishing them? Yes. Would you say you get sick easily? No, not really. Do you ever feel like things end poorly for you, even when you've been going well right up until the end? No. No, not at all. Do you ever feel like life has been disappointing? In some ways. But no. Disappointing means you had an expectation. I don't really have any expectations in life. Would you consider yourself to be a disappointment? No, I don't think so. Do you ever feel drained, tired, like you wish you just sleep forever? Yes. Do you sometimes have difficulty going to sleep or even staying asleep? Yes. Do you ever wish you could be more productive? I wish with all my might. Yes and no. Like, I wish the things I produced had more meaning in life or value to the world. Not necessarily that I produced more. So, no. Do you ever suffer from intrusive thoughts that you just can't seem to flush out of your mind? No. Would you say that you've experienced many strained friendships or relationships in your lifetime? strained? Probably. Strained, like there's tension there. I don't know. I've never had many close relationships. So, probably? Have you ever felt like you're drawn towards people in life who just aren't good for you? Yes. Yes, I have. Have you ever felt like you're living an unhealthy lifestyle? I have lived an unhealthy lifestyle, so I actually feel like my life is pretty healthy. Maybe not the healthiest, but pretty healthy. Oh, yeah, have you ever just wished that things could be different? Yeah, but more on big levels, like the way the world is structured. Would be nice. Shazam! Okay. Take it. Take the torn journal page. God. How long? How long is this been going on? Ugh. Some pulled teeth and there's an object in it. That's nice. She loves me not. No, she left us some teeth. Inside the water basin, what appears to be a drowned fetus rests stagnant and unmoving. The umbilical cord is still attached and hanging over the side of the basin. That sucks. Amid the fetid flesh and blood overflows from the moldy, rotted wooden bucket. Inside the bucket appears to be afterbirth in the carved inside of what once was been a womb. Well, that's... What's this? Small rich altar rests on the dirty floor amidst the candles surrounding a picture of a mirror. Among the coins, you notice there's one in particular that's only half of a coin. Yes, is it the right half of the coin? Interesting. Go away, butterfly. Help me. Bleeding eyes, blood-soaked thighs, innocent cries, Dolly dies. Ew. Morbid sin, look within. Next of kin, begin again. Okay. What would you like to do? Pick up the blue doll. Okay. 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 Let's go to the Prezi door. We want presents. And I'm just on a left-hand path. I am a member. Aren't those all saint worshippers or something? Metallic smell of iron stings your nostrils. You hear the clanking of coins in the distance. And you catch a glimmer of something in the shadows out of the corner of your eye. This music just got intense. Mysterious altar stands before you. Upon the altar rests a tattered diary. The first pages seem to be ripped out. Parchment material used in the spirit seems familiar. Perhaps a missing page could be reconstructed or to find enough pieces. Why am I a skeleton? The demonic stone figurine resides in front of you. It appears to have a space for something at the base of the statue. What would you like to do? Place something on the statue. I don't have anything to place here. Why is it so scary? Okay. Fill in blank answers. We begin to read questions from the journal. You ever have dreams that you could swear are real? Yes, I just had one recently that was very... It was interesting and cool. Anyway, in the past, when you felt positive or happy, have you ever experienced an immediate sense of negativity that just sucked all your happiness away? No. You were camping alone in the woods at night and you heard a woman scream. Would you investigate? No, because it's either a bobcat or an owl or a wendigo or something else evil. If you're alone in your home at night and you suddenly heard the sound of children laughing, yet there is no one to be found, would you continue to stay in your home for the night? Yeah, that's why I have animals. You were camping in the woods alone and something kept unzipping your tent, yet you couldn't seem to figure out what it was. Would you continue to stay in the woods? No. Like, your house is different than the woods. You have no protection in the woods. You don't belong there. If you saw your neighbor putting the dead body in the trunk of their car, would you attempt to stop them? No, I would call the police and say, my neighbor just put a dead body in the trunk of their car. Dude. If you were driving home at night and saw a naked woman on the side of the road covered in blood, would you stop to help? I probably would. That's a tough one. As a single woman, it's dangerous. That shit can be a lure to trap you. I don't know if I would. I'd call the cops first. If you were fast asleep in your bed only to be awakened by an unseen force grabbing you and shaking you violently, would you attempt to go back to sleep once it was over? Probably not. I think that'd wake me up. I think that'd be like just it's my wake up time now. I'm awake, or go sleep somewhere else, or watch a movie or something to calm down. If you were in an empty grocery store and a strange man appeared and suddenly started sprinting at you, would you turn and run? I don't think I would. I'd probably try to be like, what the fuck? Put the cart in front of me or whatever. If you were home alone and sitting in the bathtub when suddenly the lights turned off in the bathroom and the door began to unlock and slowly swing open to reveal no one standing there. See, hold on. You were home alone and sitting in the bathtub when suddenly the lights turned off in the bathroom and the door began to unlock and slowly swing open to reveal no one standing there. Would you get dressed and leave your house immediately? I don't know about leave my house. I'd probably get up and get dressed, though. I don't think so. Have you had to resort to cannibalism in order to survive? Do you think you could do it? Yeah. Probably. You don't know the things that you can do in a survival situation. Like, things that drive you, you think you have control over, you will not have control over in that situation. Your biology will say, eat. And you will eat what's given to you. You will have no control over that. So, to think that you could, yeah, I would do it. I don't know if I'd enjoy it, or you know what I mean? Like, I would probably be very uncomfortable by that, but sometimes you do what you gotta do, whether you want to or not. If you were stranded on a boat in the middle of the ocean, do you think you could survive long enough to be rescued? Yes, I think I could. I'm pretty clever. Have you ever thought about what it would be like to burn to death? No. I don't want to either. Would you consider yourself to be a morbid person? No, but other people do. I'm interested in the processes of death and decay, scavenger, stuff like that. I have a curious mind. I'm curious about all sorts of things. So, I guess that's morbid. Like, what does happen after you die? What is the process? I'm interested in that. So, sure. One final question remains on the page. It's emboldened and outlined in red. Are you satisfied? I think I am. That's what it really all comes down to, isn't it, Wanderer? Are you satisfied? Satisfaction is the death of desire, you know. That is true. You finish inking the thing. Crimson ink begins to swirl and form symbols on the page where you write your answers. Shazam! I'm satisfied with this game. I've lost my desire to continue playing, so this means we're coming to the end. That would be nice. Okay, you've acquired a torn journal page. Your decision has been noted. Your mark has been left. Dusty old clock sits on the wall. Dried candle wax coats the hands of the clock's case. The hands of the clock have stopped frozen on 333. 333. Ooh, I have all the pages I need. The candles have lit. First page seems to be ripped out. You begin to piece together each torn journal page that you've collected from previous rooms to form a full page in the diary. Dun 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 dun. Final entry. An empty sky leaves our prayers in vain. A solemn swear through darkened window panes. We confess our sins of flesh and blood, for we're buried deep and swept away by flood. Our ashes carry in the midnight wind a bitter vow we wish we could rescind, a fallacy of hope to raise our spirits high, for we're dropped below and left there to die. An appraisal of worth judged by our peers, a sign of affection as they wipe our tears. They bottle our blood and drink our sweat to build a future we don't deserve to get. And if fire comes to claim us all, the few brave souls that refuse to fall will echo through the walls of eternity to a future that the lowly won't rise to see. We chase the demons of the past to build a kingdom that will never last. Upon sweat and tears, blood and bone, we build a new place to call our home. Signed, the Madman. Okay. This is like some anti-work stuff. Okay. Just checking their mailbox. Very loud. Oh dear. Demonic stone figure resides in front of you. Do I have the thing yet? Okay. See if I have the thing. Ooh. One grave marker. Gosh, am I not done yet? Read the grave marker. Hear us greed. Greed is a hungry mouth with an insatiable appetite for more. In the absence of satisfaction for what one has, they will crave and they will continue to eat until they dug their own graves with their teeth. Ooh. A massive golden chalice filled to the brim with golden coins rests on the floor. Upon further inspection, there appears to be an indentation at the base of the chalice, as if it has been moved from its original location. Chalice? Slight considering how large and full it is. Okay, grab our twinkly light. Take the object. She loves me? Wait, she loves me? Yes, we are. This flower has a lot of petals. Let's see. Two words as follows. Future and present. Rest your hand on the present. That's all there is. The chain of the chest breaks, the loud metallic clink. Contents of the chest are yours for the taking. You acquire a magic mirror. Do you like what you see, Wanderer? Or perhaps you're afraid of what you might see when you gaze a bit deeper. Yada yada yada. Does this guy want this big chest of gold? Place something on the statue. Ah, here we go. Gold coins in the chalice quickly melt and turn to blood, overflowing and spilling onto the floor. Blood forms a symbol on the ground before you. The chalice runneth over with blood money. Okay. Single coin is left in the chalice, unmelted and undamaged. It is unlike the others that it sat amongst, and it floats to the surface, carried by the steady flow of blood. Another wisdom token. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. Back at the lady. A bloody coin rests between her fingers. What do you do? The token at the statue's feet. Okay. We're not done yet. Courage is not being fearless, but there's no courage with the absence of fear. Courage is being afraid yet acting anyways. Are you a courageous soul? You paid tribute and received a blessing of wisdom. Okay. Okay. Let's get out of here. The interrogation room. You think you hear what sounds like someone flipping through pages in a heavy tome. You can't quite figure out where it's coming from, and you don't see anyone else with you in the room. Your game has been successfully autosaved, okay? Let's see. Grave marker. Read the grave marker. Pride. Pride will always cometh before the fall, and it will always create long distance between two close people. Pride seeks to break us from inside, but I assure you, no one has ever choked from swallowing their pride. Envy, gluttony, greed, sloth, lust, wrath, and pride, and all things that grow within All things we cannot and mustn't avoid entirely. They all have their place and they each have their uses. Everything in life is about balance. Exceeding the bounds of moderation builds a tower upon an unstable foundation, and we shall watch our kingdoms crumble if we stack them too high and heavy with any one of these. Cool. Okay, I found all the 7 deadly sins in their graves. An old dusty clock on the wall. A piece of rope is wrapped around the inside of the clock. The hands of the clock have stopped frozen on 444. Okay. Half of a noose rests on this table. The rope has been severed from the loop. One half of a noose rests on this table. The loop has been severed from the rope. Okay. Let's get all our little tokens. I haven't been killing the butterflies. Grab the twinkling object. Appears to be an encrusted flower petal. This is the last one. She loves me not. Tragic. Let's see. What is this? An old stone plaque is pressed against the wall. The chiseling has been lost to the test of time and you can't quite make out what it once read. Okay. An old wooden chest rests before you locked and chained shut. Hand-printed prison card on each side of the chest along with a set of words. 2 words are as follows. Knowledge and power. What would you like? I would like knowledge. Chain on the chest breaks open with a loud metal clink. Contents of the chest are yours for the taking. You have acquired the Book of Knowledge. How good. I got a dictionary. An Encyclopedia Britannica. It's interesting you make the choice like that, Wanderer. Especially considering how they're essentially the same thing. True, but power demands to be wielded, whereas knowledge just sits there. Which is the thing. Anyway. The blood-soaked journal sits atop the wooden table as a long list of questions with blank spaces for answers. Like to do. Okay. Do you feel a darkness inside of you? Sometimes. I think we all have a negative side or whatever. Do you ever felt like you were destined for more than where your life is taking you? Yes. I'm very self-centered. Have you ever been so afraid of the future that you just stopped trying to progress? No. Have you ever considered that you might have a fear of failure? Yeah, I mean, doesn't everybody? Have you ever considered you might have a fear of success? Yes, I've thought about that. Do you value honesty above all else? I probably do. Do you have a set of morals that others might consider questionable? Probably. Do you follow your own moral code? Yes. Do you believe that standing for what you believe in sometimes means standing alone? Yeah, sometimes. Are you afraid of where your life might take you in the next several years? I'm not afraid. Are you suffering inside right now? No, not really. Do you ever wish your words would fall into ears that weren't so deaf? Yeah, sometimes. Do you ever feel like no one listens to you? Yeah, all the time. Do you ever feel like you can understand others quite well, but others cannot understand you? Yes. Are you afraid of the unknown? I don't think I am. Are you afraid of running out of time as your life comes to an end before you manage to accomplish all the things you wish to accomplish? I mean, yeah. Isn't that part of the human experience, though? Like, how do you be present in the moment and not worry about the future? Which I think is what you should strive to do, is enjoy the present and not worry about the future. But that doesn't mean it's easy, right? So we're all a little bit afraid. It's like, oh god, maybe better get on some stuff. Maybe. Are you afraid of surviving while your loved ones perish? I mean, no. Unfortunately, my brother had a heart attack just recently. He's younger than me. He's not that old, so it's just one of those scary inevitabilities that you may be the lone survivor. Do you fear abandonment? I've been abandoned quite a bit, but yes, I still fear it. But I can handle it. Do you carry around a lot of heartache from your past? Yeah, probably. I'm moody. Whatever. Do you harbor resentment for others who have done you wrong? No. Would you say you have some regrets in life? I'm gonna say no, I don't. I've had bad things happen to me. I've done bad things. Shit's gone wrong, but I don't regret it. It's just I wouldn't be where I am today without those tragedies or whatever. So they were inevitable to make me who I am today and who I'll be tomorrow and all of that. So it's just like, it's just stuff that shapes you. You can't regret or whatever. It just is. So no regrets. Why is that a song? Don't make me sing it again. If you could do it all over again, would you do anything differently? I don't think I would. I mean, yes, but I'm not sure I would. We'll see. You really never know until you reach the end, right? And look back and say, oh yeah, that would have been better if I'd done it differently. But until you get to the end, that might have been the right thing to do. You'll never know until you get there. Are you proud of who you've become? Yes, I think I am. Do you feel like your choices and circumstances in life have made you who you are? Yes, of course. Do you wish you would have been treated more fairly by others in the past? Yes. Makes it sound like I've been mistreated. I've been mistreated. Do you strive to treat others better than you might have been treated? I usually do, yes. Do you ever wish you could help more people? Yes, in many ways. So no, I don't beat myself up over it. You can only do what you can do. You sometimes wish you could more easily help yourself. Yes. Do you look forward to where life may take you? I do, actually. Do you ever feel like you aren't living up to your full potential? I feel like I have a lot of gifts that I don't get the chance to use very often. So yes. You knew that following your dreams would end in certain success. Would you do whatever it takes to pursue and achieve them? I mean... yes. That doesn't mean you'll be happy in the end, though. That's the fallacy, right? Your dreams will be successful, and then you're miserable afterwards. That would suck, right? Yeah, like... I don't try to think too much about the future. If you could travel into the future or the past, but never return to the present, what would you do? If you could travel into the past or the future, but never return to the present, would you do it? Yeah, not because I care about the past or the future, but because the excitement of the journey would be very interesting. Yes. Have you made peace with your past? I think mostly yes. Have you made peace with your current circumstances? Yeah. Things are going pretty good. Are you afraid of what conflict may arise in the future? I am not. I know shit's gonna happen or not happen. It's just life. If you work twice, if you could work twice as much as you do now and reap twice the amount of benefits from doing so, would you do it? No. I'm not a big believer in work. I'm part of the anti-work movement. No. You can only live in the present. And if you're working in the present, unless it's bringing you fulfillment to do the work, like the future reward, I just don't care about. Or I try not to care about it too much, right? Like, it's whatever. Do you ever wish you could be forgiven for the wrong you've done? No. I don't feel like I need it. Live my life one way or another. Something happening behind me. About to be swatted. Just kidding. Do you sometimes blame yourself even when things may not be your fault? No. Do you feel like others place the blame on you more often than they should? I do, actually. Like, when I was a kid, for sure. I got blamed for a lot of weird things when I was a kid, and I'm just like, I didn't do this, though. But they felt like I did it. And therefore it's true, right? A lot of people are like, my feelings make things true. I literally had one of my bosses say, I believe that this guy did a thing because I feel like it was something that somebody would do. Like, he's literally lied to government officials and like, oh, I'm a citizen and I don't think people should be allowed to do these things. And then he's made shit up because he feels like that's something someone would do in those circumstances. Like when it comes to like certain laws to help poor people, for instance. I don't think poor people should be allowed to take my tax money and then go buy themselves a truck and not use it for blah, 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 blah. Right? Because he feels that's what... I'm like, that's a reflection of what you think you would do with money like that. Like, it's not reality. It's not a case scenario. So like, anyway. People are crazy. Do you feel that others place the blame more often than they should? Yes. As a member of the working class, blame me for shit we didn't do. Okay. Would you enjoy an entire month of solitude with no communication with the outside world? God, that'd be nice. I'd handle solitary very well. Do you ever wish your life turned out differently thus far? Yes and no. I mean, it could be more interesting or exciting, but what I've got is fine. It's nice. Are you proud of what you've managed to accomplish? Actually, yes. I've done some pretty cool things. I was homeless once, and now I'm buying a house. In this economy, can you believe that? It's crazy. Do you feel like you could have accomplished more than what you already have done thus far? Probably. That would require me to put some effort in. I'm very lazy. Have you ever felt like you're wasting your potential in life? I have sometimes. I feel like I should maybe be using my brain for more stuff. Like, but whatever. If I was meant to be using my brain for anything, I'd be using it, but I don't. I'm doing other things, so it's fine. But yes, sometimes. You ever get the sense that you have a hidden talent or undiscovered potential just waiting to break free? I do. It's probably just because I'm like narcissistic, self-centered. Have you ever felt like there was something special and unique about you that you just can't place your finger on? Yes, I'm a villain. I am the one nobody trusts. That's the thing that makes me unique. I'm special. It's amazing. Have you have a difficult time trusting others? Yeah, I'd say I do. I spray. Yes. Probably because people blamed me for weird things in the past. But anyway. Do you ever get the sense that your mind works differently from others? Yes. All of this, though, is like, in a ways, an illusion you put on yourself. Like, I'm not like other girls, pick me girl stuff, right? So I am aware that it's there, but I do actively try to fight against it in a way, or like acknowledge it and give it less power. Have you ever wanted to make other people happier than the world has made you? No, not really. The world gives you what you put into it, I guess. I don't know. We all get what we get. Like, it just seems so futile to be happy, right? If I told you that everything is going to be okay, would you believe me? Yeah. We'll all be dead eventually, and then it'll be fine, right? One way or another. On the final page entry of the journal, there rests a small token beneath the pages. You've acquired a wisdom token. In the back of the journal, there seems to be one final question hidden away. If there was a set of switches on the wall, each of them with a color and a number designated to them, with no other indicator as to what the switches would do, which switch would you choose to flip? Black 4, blue 3, red 1, green 2. Just a black with a number 4 above it. Let's do blue 3. Why? 13 is my lucky number. And I like the color blue. I prefer green or black, but blue is lovely. Let's do blue. Your decision has been noted. The sound of it. 3 is a magic number too. That's why there's a, God, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. There's the Holy Trinity thing, and then there's a lot of other religions that utilize 3, and 3 is 9, and 9 is a magic number. Odin hung on the tree of life for 9 days and 9 nights for 9 magic words and 9 secret power things. So like, 3 is important. The door opened. So this thing does nothing, but I digress. Don't let me get into numerology stuff. It's fascinating. It's probably all hogwash, but I enjoy hogwash. I'm a hogwashy kind of person. I don't know if I want to go through the suicide door. That seems weird. Let's go through the normal door. Yes. Upon a rotting house. Oh, well that sounds fine. The smell of mold fills the chamber you now reside in, unlike any that you've experienced before. There's an unmistakable overabundant dampness and an exuberant amount of humidity that hangs heavy in this room. To add to the already overwhelming amount of discomfort that this chamber brings, the sounds of water constantly dripping from the ceiling and walls is enough to drive someone mad if given enough time. Okay. Various cobweb-caked crates of rotten, moldy ingredients rest on the kitchen floor. Mixed grains. Some cabbages? Spiders have made homes between the leaves. So we got some grain. Wait, what was that? This crate contains salt preserved fish heads. Some moldy fish heads. Cabbages, grain, carrots and peppers. Make a nice meal of something. Fish head stew. but well kept in terms of remaining intact and unbroken. Upon the old stove contains a wall full of iron pots, pans, and various cooking utensils. Interestingly enough, the cooking utensils appear to be unused and in good condition, if a bit dusty. Ooh, some garlic and sausages? Sour stench raises from the drain and mixes with the smell of hanging garlic and herbs from the wall above. Crusty, stale, and hardened bread sits on the countertop. Small jars of viscous liquid rest next to the bread. A tattered piece of parchment hangs on the wall containing ripped recipes for various meals. Nice cookbook. Below the parchment rests a butcher's block coated in blood. That's pretty gross. Grease and grime are caked upon the clock's degraded case. Hands the clock have stopped and frozen on 555. What's this? Broken chunks of flesh and heaps of blood rest still on the old spotted oak table. Cobwebs cling to the stools and around the table. The legs of the chairs seem to be chewed apart by some small critter, adding to their degradation. An ash-smudged map lands you've never seen or heard of before rests on the wall. Nothing about the lands or travel routes seem familiar to you whatsoever. Just old map, or is it like another universe? An old painting of dark figures standing in front of a castle sits on the wall. The figures in the painting are faceless, yet you can feel them watching you as you gaze upon them. Okay. We got a butterfly. Butterfly in the sky. Hey, an otherworldly king sits alone at a decrepit wooden table, lost deep in thought. He pays no attention to you as you approach, yet he mumbles quietly to himself, just loud enough for you to make out a few words. The king's eyes search for something on your person, inspecting you up and down. He turns his head to you for a brief moment before speaking. You don't have enough petals to be worth my time and worthy of my breath. Only petals. If you wish to autonomous with the king, bring me more petals. Did I miss one? Huh, butterfly? Oh, wow. I don't know how I'm gonna get back to him. I must have missed one. Okay, she's got flowers in her hand. Lay a token at the feet of the statue. Maybe this will be the last one I need. When you're feeling pain, take the time to ponder what's hurting, why it's hurting, what you've done to deserve it, and how you got into the position you're in. You'll be forced to learn this lesson over and over again if you don't take the time to learn properly the first time. That's true. Secret unlocked. The sound of the door unlocking can be heard in the distance. Oh well. Before you stands an old wooden door. Let's go! Okay. The halls of reflection. You can hear fire crackling in the distance and feel the warmth of its flames. The room smells clean and pure, as though it's been well maintained and actively lived in. Your game has been saved. That's good. A stone chair is positioned tightly against the wall. In the seat sits a peculiar figure. It remains idle, yet you get the sense that it's watching every move you decide to make. Something rests in the hands of the figure. What do you want to do? Inspect the figure's hands. Hands of the figure discover it's holding a small coin. Got a lot of wisdom tokens that I'm not using. An old dusty clock sits on the wall. Hands of the clock have stopped frozen on 7:06. It emits a faint purple glow. Statue of an unholy figure stands tall before you. It radiates dark energy and emits great heat from within its molten belly. What would you like to do? Toss all of your coins into the belly of the statue. Okay. You hear a dark voice echo off the walls of your mind. You've come this far. Take a good hard look in the mirror. You deserve to know the truth. You've earned your reflection. You paid the tribute. You get exactly what you deserve. Your decision has been noted. Oh, okay. This guy's like, what is happening? An old painting of a man with a distorted face rests on the stone wall. His eyeballs appear to be plucked out of his head and rests on the table in front of him. The painting is titled The Watcher. Huh. A piece of parchment hangs on the wall. It contains a list of names you've never heard of. Strangely, all the names appear to be written upside down. Fascinating. The fireplace rages on, yet the cobwebs around it cling tightly and refuse to burn. There's no way the fireplace can stay lit for a long period of time with the current state it's in. Someone has to be here recently. Somebody with their eyeballs ripped out, perhaps? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Go away. Fresh fruit sits in the bowl on the table beneath some tattered tapestries. The fruit seems like it was just picked and washed. No sign of bugs or pests looming in the bowl, and no signs of rot or decay. That's good. Royal tapestry hangs on the wall. It's obviously seen better days. That's good. Go away, butterfly. Let me read this plaque, and then we'll get the heck out of here. An old plaque rests on the wall with various names chiseled into it. There are only 4 names on the plaque that you can see. 3 of them are names you've never heard of before, and the final name is yours. Ooh. Ooh. Eee. This is it, Wanderer, what you've been waiting for. Every decision you've made has led you to this moment. Now, gaze upon the mirror and tell me what you see. What do I see? It's a little sweat drop. Pressed against the wall sits a mystical mirror, swirling with radiant magics. You see many different images contorting themselves within the twisted nether. Would you like to look deeper into the mirror and see your reflection? Let's do it. Mirror, mirror, show to thee what secrets have been hidden from me. Show me weakness, show me strength. Describe in detail, tell in length. Show me what I've been afraid to see. Show me who I'm afraid to be. Show me everything, reflect it true. Show me why I've come to you. Yes, give it to me. Give it to me. Oh, give it to me. You gaze deeply in the mirror at your own reflection. What it reflects back at you are the answers you seek. Ooh. Deep within the mirror, a reflection is formed. It has revealed to you. Oh, the reflection of the fortress. The story of the fortress is surely an interesting one. It said the reflection of the fortress represents the soul of someone who has been hurt or traumatized in the past and has put up their defenses. It is a fortress of solitude, a safe place with heavily fortified walls to protect the parts of ourselves that we guard all too well. It's carried by a turtle to symbolize how slowly we move through life and how long it takes for us to trust someone enough to let them into our fortress. It also is carried upon the back of the turtle to symbolize the burden it is to be so untrusting of others with our deepest secrets that we hold so dear. Oftentimes it's because we fear the judgment of others and we're afraid to be opened up and let someone within our walls. Other times it's because we've let people in before and they made themselves appear like they could be trusted and then prove otherwise, so we're fearful of what might occur if we make the same mistake with the wrong person once again. Unfortunately, this defense mechanism of building walls has one fallback and caveat of grave deterrent. And that, my friend, is that walls do not discriminate. Walls do not keep bad people out who seek to do us harm, but they have a nasty habit of keeping all people out. So while our subconscious minds use it to protect and defend ourselves from those seeking to do us harm or come harboring ill intent, they also keep out those who mean us no harm at all, often wanting what's best for us. We push those away from our fortress for the fear that they will bring harm to us or abandon us in our time of need, thus creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of pain and abandonment. The reflection of the fortress is here to let us know that the burden of carrying walls is one that will impede our journey through life, and we must take comfort in our own inner strength that we possess. We've been through so much, and we've survived. Hello? If we could do it once, we could do it again if need be, as long as we have the confidence and knowledge that we are survivors. We have an uncanny ability to take on the world like no one else ever could. If we continue to push the world away, however, or keep the world out, so to speak, we will never have the things we truly want in life, and the weight of the fortress we carry on our backs will eventually sink us under its vast, burdensome, hulking mass. We will plummet to the depths of the ocean that we're so desperately treading through to find the land we call home once and for all. We must let down our walls and have faith in our inner strength. We must have confidence in ourselves to know that we can and we will survive anything that comes our way. Let the reflection of the fortress be your warning and your blessing to a more open and illustrious future. You don't deserve to carry such weight on your shoulders. Your journey will be so much easier once you shed the dead weight you've carried for so long. Your secret word is fortress. Remember this word, for it will benefit you greatly if you decide to use it. Fascinating. Alright. Sometimes the mirror reflects something within your soul, and sometimes the mirror reflects the reverse of what resides inside you. Both factors are of equal value. It is up to you to interpret whether your reflection shows your reality or the reverse of it, Wanderer. So pay heed and listen to my words, for the mirror never lies. It's just sometimes wrong. I will free you from the confines of this place once and for all. You are free to do as you please from this point onward. I wish you the best of luck on your journey forward, Wanderer. For now, it is now time for you to do some reflection of your very own. Be a mirror. That's interesting. You've discovered 7 out of 7 deadly sins. You discovered 1 out of 23 butterflies. You discovered 18 out of 18 torn journal places. Oh, I missed a crystal petal somewhere. Discovered 7 out of 7 artifacts. 7 out of 8 relics. I missed a relic because I couldn't get the art things. There are far more hidden secrets. Far more. It's like 3. This particular journey must end here. Your result has been based on many different variables and may vary with each playthrough dependent on a multitude of factors. There are 5 separate endings to discover and many hidden secrets littered throughout each room that can only be found by clever exploration. I feel very clever. We hope you enjoyed your experience and have learned a little bit about how your brain worked. I'm presented with various scenarios and options to choose from. Interesting. Take the circuit world that was assigned to you to the end of your session and leave it in a comment for us. We will be selecting some of you based on your answers to be concluded in a future project we're currently working on called Chasing Demons, where you can find on Steam. In the meantime, we'd like to recommend our title called The Adventure to you. We feel it is a great opportunity for player-developer interaction as players to cast their vote and where the story should head. In Choices Matter, our style of game has never been done before, as you, the player, are responsible for how the story is written in future episodes. We'll be taking your name for the comments and placing it in the credits for upcoming RPG titles. Thank you for participating in your support. We really truly appreciate you and look forward to reading your words and thoughts. If you left your secret word for us on other titles, we've read your feedback and has helped us to construct this project, as well as other titles we're currently developing. Excuse me. So read every comment you get. You won't go unnoticed. If you'd like to support us by playing our other projects, blah blah blah. Never too late to get involved. Thank you so much from all of our hearts. You're amazing. You're wonderful. We love you. Alright, we'll also like to give a very special shout out to Markiplier and his community for supporting us through our other titles. This is where I first heard about these games. I'm just let this roll here for a minute and you guys can read it if you want. They're just thanking the community. Oh gosh. But yes. We hope you get to punch a nun at some point in your near future. Oh, that's funny. Anyway. Yes, so that's the testing chamber. Now you know all my dark secrets. Not really. It was interesting. I feel like the fortress does fit me, but I'm also aware of that. I tend to throw myself into stuff. With the knowledge that I have to do that because of that sense of having a wall around away from people. But whatever. Yes. Interesting game. I suggest you take it out, check it out, play it. It was very long, 3.5 hours, but it was a lot of fun. It's just much more game-like. The other ones are just really just questions, and they're a lot shorter, so they're like an hour of just like endless questions, and then you get the same kind of like just sense of it's like your typical, you know, horoscope pop sci kind of answer, but it's fun. And you get a little bit of knowledge about yourself. You're like, oh yes, I'm a little closed off, maybe I should stop that. But anyway, I am moving. I will be gone at least a month. I'm buying a house, in case I didn't say that. So we'll hold on. Hopefully everything goes all right. And then I'll make some videos and post them in the meantime. But you guys have a great weekend and a great month. And I'll see you when I come back. Thanks for watching. Bye.